Game over.
What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck is fucking? How did you two fucking fuck? Game over, man. Game over. Fuck.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.
I did not have a missing monkey on my bingo card this morning.
Show me child pornography.
I can't unmute myself and turn the monitor off in the same hand. I'm so flustered already. Is it my am I a horrible person? Am I a horrible person for enjoying that sound drop as much as I do? And spoiler alert, I didn't have time to change my shirt. I had so much stuff going on today that I did not have time to change my shirt. So I'm wearing a green shirt. It's a green screen. Congratulations, it's Talking Head Day. If I keep my arms down completely, it's Talking Head Day. Well, Mary, I'm going to be honest. I am completely desensitized to the point where the jump scare did not have an effect at all. So thank you for the support in the show. I really need it and appreciate it. But I'm going to be honest. If I could give it back, I would. Because just not even. We didn't see you at the diddler party at all today. The what party? Yeah, forgive me if I don't attend something called the diddler party. Thank you, Wilmer, for the 20 bits, the chunky ring. Let's go ahead and check the Twitch situation to see where that puts our goal. Now, our goal was $10 to bank out the 28th. So if we hit that, because today is the 27th, if we hit that yesterday, which I think we did, then that means the goal is on to Friday, and hooray for that. But that does mean a really sad truth is around the corner, and more for me than anybody else. But I'm going to have to do more work to grow my show and be more of a goddamn adult about this. Either I'm doing this or I'm not. I'm kind of half-assing it, apparently. Well, apparently. Fuck you, apparently. And it's becoming an issue. So I was on the phone today with a lot of people, one in particular, about getting assistances and things together to help with physical therapy stuff, to help with a whole lot of things, and I'm going to be doing all of that. So we're gonna get that set up. Let's check this. And if we start running out of money, we end the show at 5. I'm gonna start spending that time updating graphics, getting the graphics thing figured out better, and really make the show more accessible. New intro for the Twitch, icons for people. I got a lot of stuff I should really be working on. So even if I don't do a show, Thorn, I did my part. Yes, you did. Aaron can't have a floating head. Yeah, Aaron can't do a lot of things, but Aaron can do a more successful show than me. We can all agree on that. It's literally a fact. And because I'm full of steroids, I got a freaking zit happening now in real time. So now I'm breaking out. I look like shit from the injuries on my face and arm. And now I've got a fucking zit on my head. And I'm wearing a green shirt, so I'm a floating head. So now it's target zone. It's like the aimable stickers, like, try to land on the moon because they're fucking pockmarked. Ooh, it's a good one, too, says Mediocre Personality. What? I love when things get graphic. New fart sounds are a must, says Saint Caesar. We'll work on that. Ghost Johnny. Defenders of the Universe. Ghost Johnny. Or no, Ghost. Or no, it would be Ghost Johnny. Defenders of the Universe. I'm sorry, was I doing Queen? I don't know. Good zit. Go big or go home. Right, it's only starting. So we'll see where we are by tomorrow and Friday. Thank God for steroids, right? Literally put that stuff in me this morning. By the time I came home, it felt like it was there. And yeah, no, I can feel it and see it. It's not a zit, it's a head baby. Oh, did he get it? Nope. If I sit completely still, it's booped right on the lips. Thank you for the 200 bits. We are 800 and no, not 800. We are 720 bits away from a sticker party, in which case that symbol it doesn't work with the arms. I'd have to get a long sleeve green shirt to do it. I have to get like a hoodie. Like that symbol over there. Whatever. I think the zit is reproducing and flourishing. It's not the head, baby. It's a tumor. You have a tumor. Landers, I am the Muffin Man over on Rumble Chat. Thank you for being here on Rumble. Twitch, Rumble, YouTube. We got all 3 up for you to be part of the show. Different things available on 2 of them. Because now we can do raids on Rumble, which I might start looking into people I want to raid when my show's over. Kind of thing. Like shows I like, raid them when mine's over. As a thing. And then we also have the stickers, bits, and sound drops all on Twitch. If Rumble gets that too, if we can get that too, I'm going to be honest, Rumble just has to be a little bit more friendlier with connections and stuff. And I'll be like, you know what? F pushing YouTube. We're going to push the Rumble because I want people to be able to interact with the show. God damn it. I love that stuff. And yes, so I've been dealing with some stuff and my whole medical thing and everything, and that gives me anxiety and other issues, and I'm dealing with all that stuff, and as a result, my business stuff has fallen behind. And we're going to have to focus on that. So we'll see where that goes. And if anyone wants to be like, Aaron needs to pay you more for doing his show, you deserve more. Aaron and I both agree wholeheartedly on that fact. We have had conversations about that even last week. There are things we're trying to do to get me more money. Aaron and I have talked about them, and we're waiting on them and trying to get those things through. And there's some things in the immediate future that will hopefully get me more money. We'll see. But either way, he does what he can for me, and the whole reason I have this show is because of Aaron. So, love him or hate him, whether he's effing me over or not, the guy has been immensely helpful. What was I doing? I was going to my creator dashboard so I could see what we're doing for funding today for the show, and everybody's just about filtered in while I do all this stupid bullshit. So that's kind of 2 birds, 1 stone. How beautiful is that, huh? Let's go looking at the overview here. Let's go looking there. What did we do yesterday? Yesterday was 15, so 15 off of 10 means we're into the 29th. The 29th, we're into Friday by $5. $5 into Friday. Awesome. The show goal is now $45 for Friday. Hooray for you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. And if you can't support me financially on this show or whatever, do not feel bad. It's completely cool. I don't expect anyone to hurt themselves to help me. Me taking care of me is a me thing. And I do what I can, including beg for money on the internet like a troll. All right, close this. I don't need that. We're going to drop the audio for just a second while I load up my first hour stories so we can just start the damn show because it looks like everybody's here. So we've got that going. And how many people do we have in on Rumble? I can't keep those in. Ooh, Rumble numbers are up early for Rumble, so that's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we got that. Politics in the UK, Donald Trump. So our first hour, we're going to be talking about a raid that happened on a family over stolen earpod. What are the earpods? I don't know. Apples. This is one of those things about Apple that I don't like. Okay, Apple devices are all linked or whatever, and they've got this anti-theft stuff that if someone steals it, they can easily track it down. But if they want to track you down, what's to stop them from doing that then? You know. Well, at any rate, to prove that these things can't be used by the government for any sort of malicious surprise boom attacks, a SWAT team got dispatched. You know what? We'll do the story in just a second. We've got everything loaded up. We've got the audio back up for all you guys. AirPods. Airbud. Oh, wait, that was a movie. Airbud was a movie. Airheads was a movie. Airheads was a good movie. Airheads is a goddamn good movie. And I have to watch it again to be completely certain. But so far, without having seen it recently, I'm going to put my foot down on the side of stands the test of time as a goddamn good movie. Brendan Fraser, Adam Sandler, fucking, what's his name? This is where you need Aaron. Aaron will remember that guy's fucking name. I can remember that he did Boardwalk, but what the fuck was his name? Steve, shit, I don't remember. Steve Buscemi, thank you, Fat Conan. Steve Buscemi, Adam Sandler, and Brendan Fraser. It was a goddamn good movie. It was a goddamn good movie. Curtis versus the funny-looking guy, right? The quasi-pedo-y looking. You know, the one who had a face of a creeper. And wasn't that one of his one of his later last roles where he still had the really kind of effed up teeth before he got them all fixed up? It's about taking over a radio station, right? Yeah, Toastmaster, it's about taking over a radio station to play their cassette, their demo on the air to get their band noticed and to get people to listen to their band. Fat Conan Creeper, P. Diddy. I see we are going to be tight on the P. Diddy today. I do kind of have a P. Diddy update at the end of the first hour. So we have a P. Diddy update, I suppose. The funnier looking guy, Aaron, has enough problems. Oh, the Lone Rangers. You don't pluralize the Lone Ranger, right? Because the whole point is he's lone. There's nobody else there. If you have three of you, you're no longer the Lone Rangers. You're now just the Rangers. It was the best movie. It was so stupid. To confuse the FBI and everything, they put an insane demands list together, and for some reason, the FBI and the hostage team are meeting a lot of these demands. They're getting stupid shit sent to the studio. The studio can't play a cassette tape because they've moved on and aged out to CDs and stuff like that, which is one of the weird things about because like a studio does usually have kind of equipment like that lying around just in case we need to patch it in. But then the device they had chewed up the tape, so they had to get the tape from the ex who threw the tape out, and it sat on the street and a dog pissed on it. So Steve Buscemi had to like take it apart, clean it, and re-spool it. Is this whole thing it shouldn't have taken. Signed nudes of Betty White was one, right? Signed nudes of Betty White was one of the demands. A football helmet full of nacho cheese or some shit. I don't even remember. Nothing makes me sadder than the FBI agent who lost his bladder on the airplane. Okay, Saint RN. I'm sorry for your loss of bowel control. I don't know how that. All right. Speaking of FBI agents, we'll talk about this one. Do we have a video on it or just pictures? I thought we had a video story on this, but oh wait, no, that's right. The video story we had on it was an AI news bot generated thing. So we'll just do this. St. Louis County Police are kind of in trouble because an entire family. It's the line from Con Air. Oh, okay. I should remember those things better. Fat Conan, I like to go swim with bow-legged women and swim between their legs. If that's a quote, I have no idea where. Aaron, the autistic world of gotten it. Aaron, the autistic, would have gotten it. It helps if you can read, asshole. That wasn't even a typo that you put. You just went autistic world. Yeah, Aaron, the autistic, would have gotten it. Right. I remember some things from Con Air. I don't romanticize or memorize the movie as much as Aaron does. I also don't watch it as much. I haven't seen it in forever. I do like it. I think John Cusack does a particularly good job, but I don't remember a whole lot from that movie. All right, so Falling Great. Yeah, Johnny, why don't you remember better? It's like you're a retard or something. Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want. Maybe it's retardation, maybe it's brain damage, maybe it's weed. Well, it's definitely not weed. I've spoiler alert, I've put together what I call the last hurrah. If we get a hype train together, I have the last hurrah of my stuff, and then we go to extremely what would we call questionable methods of preservation for marijuana smoking as we cycle down into none for a little while. But yeah, so we've got like a little bowl of stuff, and we'll do that. Alrighty. I thought I made that up. What? Bird Collect the song? Song, right? I don't know. I have no idea. So, yes, we're going to have fun with this. This is kind of interesting. I might have to get, like, a whole green screen suit thing and then just start doing that as like, because when we can just have the talking head. I kind of like the talking head idea. I might lean into this. We might go forward with this, just get one of those little green screen froggy man suits. We'll just have it, like, up to my neck, and then every day I'll just be like, hey, man, it's a talking head. It's a literal talking head. We'll get another thing to cover the chair for when we're doing the show. Aaron should do it. It would hide his tits. Saint Caesar, it wouldn't hide his tits. They would still bow out so much. Look, this is what would happen if you did it with Aaron, okay? Like, boom, those boobs are going to come out. So if you have anything on here in the like in the lettering, and just bam. Can we get a green hat too? Oh, so you want me to be completely invisible. I get it. So we'll just take me out of the whole thing. Like Mersh and the Cats with the green screen. What's like Mersh and the Cats? Zen, not even 250, maybe 180. Zen for which one? Which one did Zen do now? I can't keep track of everyone going. King Yeti jumping in. Zen, was it Zen Rhino? Is it on Top Chat again? God damn it. All right, Zen Rhino. Airbud. Oh, wait, that was a movie. Yeah, Yeti figure about not counting any paid sponsorships, but includes the amount he'd have to pay Johnny. What? But I know how to math. He can't possibly clear more than $850K a year, maybe 90. In this economy, that's not great, says King Yeti. Either way, at any rate, for whatever it's worth, the whole me getting paid more thing, like I said, Aaron and me have talked about it. Neither one of us are happy about it. We both believe that I should be paid more for the show, and that's what it is. But like I said, we're talking about ways we might be able to do stuff. We'll see if it happens. But like I'm not worried about that. And I'm being honest. I'm in a situation I'm in largely due to my own actions. So we're gonna do what we can. Before we start the stories, Johnny's Steam and Epic Games Store could be coming to Microsoft's next Xbox console, which means PlayStation games are ported to PC would be playable on Xbox. Cool. Awesome. I'll be honest, I don't leave my PC to game at this point. I just game on here. I'm doing the show. I've got so many screens available. It was a good movie, says Riding Dirty Llama over on the Rumble chat. Yes, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. You should come up, King Yeti, you should come up with Johnny merch, but branded with steel toe logo, and you get the money from sales is an idea. It is an idea. As for the merch thing, I have to find a better merch site and so far I haven't found one. I have to find a better merch site that can kind of do it to order, third party, and not pretty much take all of the money. Because the only way to make money with merch is to, in most cases, find someone local and to order in bulk to make a big order. You have to have orders large enough. And so I don't even have the money in the orders large enough. Like, at most, if I was like 60 shirts? Like, yeah, good luck with that. Like, large orders are like, yeah. But it's an idea and it's something, and I'm talking with Oz about doing cups and things, and I don't know how we'll ship those, but there are probably things I can do to improve making money with merch. But how does Aaron get all his hoodies? Aaron gets his hoodies through, they work through somebody locally. So Aaron's hoodie people put high-res printed decals onto the hoodies. They what is it? They melt that onto there. And then they get the hoodies, they do the whole thing. But again, they order them in a batch. And Aaron, I don't think Aaron makes a whole buttload of money on the hoodies, to be honest. Like, and they're $40. I'm guessing he makes maybe 10. He's making maybe $10. Maybe 10. Heat press. Yeah, you're right. They're heat press. All merch isn't closed. Absolutely right. But I don't have coffee deals or things like that. I have the hemponics stuff, which I get a little for, and that helps out once in a while. So they use Hemery embroidery from Foley, I think. Right, but here's the other problem with that. They pack, mail, and ship all of their stuff themselves, both at their expense and everything else. I can't do that, both financially and physically. I can't physically pack and ship and mail. I don't have a place to keep the merch. I don't have the ability to pack and ship the merch. So it's just doing the cups. I'm like, how are we going to do this for everybody that wants those? So, it is what it is. We'll figure a way out. We'll figure out a way. We'll figure a way out. We'll figure out a way to do it. And we'll figure out a way to keep the show going as much as it is. But I've already told Aaron, like, he's well aware, like, if my show keeps making the kind of money it's making, I have a deficit that I have to fix. And so I've told Aaron, I'm going to do whatever I have to fix that deficit, including I was like, hey, man, is there anything we can do? And we've talked about it to see what we can do. And yeah, after that, it comes to finding another job. We'll figure this out together, says King Yeti. Hell yeah. Well, with King Yeti fingering you out, how can you be worried? All right, so let's get into the start of the stories. The AirPods thing, the SWAT stuff that kind of kicked all this in a weird way out. Have your kid pack it up and pull your weight. She's 5.5. That could get messy. You could auction off the world's largest butt plug. Fanatical Bucks fan, you're right. I could sell the egg chair. If I really, really have to, maybe I will. That might be a thing. We could We could offer to sell the egg chair to the highest bidder with like a starting bid, like the opening bid needs to be this much and whatever. But then who's going to pay that? Plus, people's money fucking pay Johnny directly. Well, I mean, we have that. We have those options too. Look, people can't support me more than they feel I'm worth and more than they financially can. I don't expect more than that. Maybe it's me. Maybe I suck, huh? Maybe it's me. Alrighty, so we'll just read this one quick. So, yeah, I don't know why I even had it up. A pair of AirPods and what lawyers say was some shoddy police work resulted in a middle-class Ferguson family having their front door smashed in by the St. Louis County SWAT team last Monday. 6:30 p.m. on May 26th, Brittany Shamley was home with her children, including an infant, when police used a battering ram to bust in her front door. What the hell is going on? She screamed, terrified for herself and her family. I've got a 3-month-old baby. Oh my God, where's the body camera footage? Body camera footage from scenes shows the Shamley comes to the front door, her hands up. All right, I've got to find this body cam footage because I don't want to just show these pictures. I want this body cam footage. If we're pulling shots of this off of here, I want this body cam footage. Somebody have it. Let's go here. Oh, wait, I searched this way before, and that's where I got the AI voice. Overdosing drug search. Year ago. All right, not what we're looking for. All right, we'll try Googling it one time and see if we can get somebody. I want that body cam footage. SWAT team, Reddit. Riverfront Times is the one that I'm reporting from. /shot boing boing. There's an internet site called Boing Boing about news. Do we want to see what Boing Boing says? No, you don't have the video. I can't stand this that you guys have pictures from the freaking video, but I can't have the video. F you. F you in the booty hole. You dicks. All right, let's get to this then. Ring doorbell footage. I want the Ring doorbell footage. If I can even have that. Alrighty. The SWAT team was looking for guns and other material related to a carjacking that had occurred that morning. Their search didn't turn up any of that, though it has led to a lawsuit filed Friday that may lead to a better public understanding. Wait a minute, filed Friday. You said on May 26th. So this was a year ago? Then why isn't this body cam footage available if this was a year ago? We've got the stills of it. All right. So the family was detained outside. The SWAT team ransacked their house. One SWAT team member punched a basket by. Fuck you. God damn it. One SWAT team member punched a basketball-sized hole in the drywall. Another broke through a drop ceiling. They overturned drawers and left what had been an ordinary house in disarray. After this had gone on for more than a half hour, the AirPods were located on the street outside the family's home. It later came to light that one of the Shamley and Briscoe's daughters saw what was likely the stolen Charger careening through their neighborhood at a little before 7 a.m. that day. The vehicle later crashed on the 1700 block of Foley Drive, about 6 miles from the family's home. Someone in the Charger tossed a pair of stolen iPods out onto the street, or at least that is the suspicion. And so the house was later busted and ransacked. Again, how did you track the iPods by a signal? The family, represented by Shock and Erich Vith, is suing for damages stemming from the embarrassment, unreasonable use of force, loss of liberty, and other factors. The lawsuit notes that neither Shamley or Briscoe had been in any trouble with the law for at least a dozen years prior to this. For at least, okay, so what trouble were you were? There's no probable cause for the search warrant, and had the affidavit contained completed information, the state court judge would not have approved the warrant. All right, so the police just kind of lied about it. We don't get any pictures of it. Why do I not have video of this if it happened a fucking year ago? Oh, I also didn't cover the S, so that's part of why we didn't get what we needed. Let's go there. Control C. How is it we don't have the... How is it we don't have the body cam video? I don't understand this. SWAT team, SWAT team, SWAT team, SWAT team. More news. I want the video. God damn it. I want the video. Okay, here we go. Amy Hadley. No, this is...
FBI, open up!
Thank you. Saying her and autograph it. I don't know if you know this or not. Humpty's a really cool set piece, but like as an actual item, you'd be like, it's just kind of a dingy, beaten up old egg chair with foam and cat hair in it. Like that's the other thing too. Cats have destroyed a lot of the foam, so we have to talk. Do you get the egg chair in current like bleh condition, or do I gotta redo all the foam and everything and fix the effed up bottom cushion and redo all that shit? Like I don't know, man. I don't know if we're willing to auction off the egg chair. We'll see. You know what you want to bitch about, Johnny and Aaron? You know what you want to bitch about, Johnny and Aaron's money? You can use Johnny's fucking PayPal and stop being a creep watching people's money. Fucking pay Johnny to... Oh! Well, you know, hey, whatevs. Whatevs. I'm just putting it all out there where things are at, and I'm just... Oh, we ended up deleting the pay links a while ago. That wasn't good. So now we got to do these ones and copy and paste them. Control C. We'll put these up in here. Control V. Boom. Control V. Boom. Johnny gets me through the last part of my workday. Without him, I would be so bored. I would be slamming my dick in a shop's door. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, Mr. Q, hope everything is okay. I mean, like, look, the way it is with me here, it's not that things aren't okay. It's that we're in a situation where this is not sustainable. We're in an unsustainable situation, and it's one of those, it's got to be addressed. And so I'm being honest about it. It's got to be addressed, and I'm doing different things to try and address it. We'll see how that shapes out in the future. Right now, it looks like it might mean me doing fill-in DJ work, especially this summer, which would possibly mean not doing Sunday shows, or more than likely meaning if it's on a Friday, not doing a Friday show, because that's going to take a lot out of me to then do that and go be a DJ. So, I don't know. Like I said, we'll see where it is, but I'm being honest. That's where it is. Day show plus night streams. There's a weird problem with that, with night streams with the daughter thing. So if I redo the chair like I'm planning to, then we're going to probably just do all the extra and old foam, even as crappy as it looks, is just going to go up on the stairway and the wall and maybe on the ceiling to help kind of mute what I do down here. Use the egg chair again. And I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's another thing we're considering doing. Morning streams where I play video games with multiplayer stuff in the morning, making game videos to attract some of my gamer audience and all the stuff I do there. All those things being a thing. So, like I said, we are doing what we can to get by. And we're going to clear all those old notifications out. All right. We have a show to do. Enough, whatever. NIMBY, bimby, bitching. Whatever you want to call it. So let's get over to the SWAT team. Did that. Let's make a... Oh, yes, the Donald Trump thing. I'm glad we fucking... Jesus. Killed enough fucking stupid time being a cunt. I could use a DJ in August, says Dear Butch. Well, that's actually something we can discuss, probably. at this point. With the way things are looking, you know what? If you have my requirements are simple. I need a solid ground like stage. It doesn't have to be off the ground, but it needs to be like flat, solid that my equipment can sit on, and rain coverage. I don't like have those things. Other than that, yeah, I could easily put together and set up a DJ setup. We have the technology. I have a fucking disco ball. I have a smoke machine. I've got lights. I've got the whole thing. And the only thing I don't have that I should have, honestly, not very professional of me, I don't have rain gear. Rain gear is expensive, though, especially when you start looking for it for, like, controllers and shit. Rain gear is not expensive for, say, like, speakers, because it's just an oversized bag. But, yeah, for fucking DJ controllers. We can talk, you know what I'm referring to. Oh, yeah, no, I have no idea what you're referring to. I have no idea what happens in August. I am completely befuddled. But yes, we can definitely talk about it. Like I said, it looks like despite the physical difficulties, I'm going to have to find ways to do the DJing thing. We got to bring that money back. It's just where it is. We got to bring that money back. So enough about boring shit. Johnny needs a handy bunch. I actually can I can do a fair amount of the stuff. Hauling speakers and propping them up is a little bit much, unfortunately. All right, so let's get to this. This makes me laugh for so many reasons. And I know a lot of people like Donald Trump or support Donald Trump or Trump fans or at least hate Biden to the point where they don't give a shit about Donald Trump. I don't care for Donald Trump, but I also think that the witch hunt on him is a bit much. He's gone as far, and I don't blame him for doing this, but he's gone as far now as to try and get more money. He's now selling the King James 5 Bible with the American Constitution in it to make money under a campaign called Let's Make America Pray Again. Yours for $60, the official Donald Trump Bible. Because you know what Jesus loves? Jesus loves if you take his name, likeness, and work and pitch it for money. After all, when he came into the temple he had built and he saw the shops and the charlatans and the people hawking goods and items, and he said, now that's what I like to see. Little capitalism, little money. He did not say at all that it's easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to pass through the gates of heaven. He didn't say any of that stuff or talk at all about people being pious and generous and not greedy. He didn't promote any of those ideas. And when you're going to sell a Bible, why wouldn't you go to Donald Trump? The guy's only lied and cheated to business partners, screwed people over for his own personal financial gain, and committed more adultery than I know of for really any sitting politician in history. He's literally had, I'm sure, multiple affairs. He's had multiple wives, and it's publicly known that he paid an adult porn star to fuck him. Like, thank you, voice crack. Yep, that was fake. So he's paid an adult film star to bone him. He's done all that. Like, yes, when you want, with sticky gilded pages. I don't know. Biden is selling Depends diapers. Right, but at least Biden selling Depends diapers, as shameless as that is, as shameless as Biden selling Depends diapers is, we can all agree. Biden selling Depends diapers at least makes a certain amount of sense. He's selling a product he believes in. He's selling a product he uses. I don't think Donald Trump starts his day by reading a passage from the King James Bible. I don't think Donald Trump takes a moment out of his week, month, or year to willingly just kind of peruse the Bible and think about what kind of good Christian or bad Christian he's been. I don't believe he does that. Biden is selling spots at the retirement home. Well, I mean, dude, he was doing that before he got elected to it. What do you think Burisma was? It was a seat at the retirement home. The edges of pages are covered in fake gold, and it makes them stick together. It was on their website. Oh, well, we're going to play Donald Trump advertising the Bible right now anyway. We're just going to play the video. So let's go ahead and get over to the video. Have a little bit of fun for that. Where are we at? Fred. Let's make you great again. All right. Make America pray again. An interesting movement. Agreed. But like I said, maybe not the spokesperson. And I just don't know if we agree with this is the right move. I will say I'm liking the floating head idea. Like let's green screen the chair and float the head. That could be fun to do when we're not doing egg chair. When Johnny's not in the egg chair, he's a floating head. Right. I'm holding a book. It's a good book. I like this book. Buy this book. I need money. And this is the other problem. If he was on here being like, look, I don't want to do this, but I need money. And if you're going to give me money, I believe you should get something for it, not just supporting me and stopping the left-wing propaganda machine. But so I have decided, even though he probably would look against it, to sell the King James Bible. Because I believe in God's message, so at least a good message, like something, right? We just have him like, look, it's a book. Please buy my book. Buy the book. Buy the book. You're no different than Crowder selling mugs at this point. But, well, all right. You're a little different in the fact that you are actually being witch hunted as opposed to continually self-sabotaging. Yeah, show the side. Look at that book. You could beat someone to death with that book. It's a Bible. He won't. The props to him. He won't even lie and say it's his Bible. Is that your Bible? It's a Bible. You know why it's not his Bible? Because he doesn't have one.
What are your thoughts right now?
We have a great country. That's my thoughts. Greatest country in the world. Make it even greater.
Can we stop sticking our microphone in a goddamn plastic bag, please?
We will make it even greater. And it won't take long. It's not going to take long. You see what's going on. It's coming back. It's coming back strong. It'll be greater than ever before.
Okay, so again, thank you, Independent. I think. Is it weird that I'm wondering if the microphone was sabotage? I don't know if I think it was sabotage. Sounds like Scott Steiner is about to run in. No, I don't think it does. I don't think that does. I'm not doing that.
I need one of you guys on the side.
Wait a minute. What is this? All right, so this is audio from the bridge thing? All right, you guys want to hear audio from the bridge before the collapse? We've covered this a bunch of times. Well, Johnny, to keep my integrity, I have to buy you and your daughter a Trump Bible. Well, I'm going to be honest. If you buy me a Trump Bible, nothing bad will happen to the book. I don't believe in punishing books, burning books, things like that. I'm not really a book burning guy. But I don't think I'll use it or read from it to her at all, especially. If my daughter becomes interested in reading the Bible, I certainly won't prevent her, but let's just say there's got to be some initiative on her part for that one. I'm not pushing that one I'm not pushing that one into the playpen and being like, "Hey, do you want to use this one?" Like, no, that's not what's happening. All right, let's go. This is the audio.
Outside, one of you guys on the north side, hold all traffic on the Key Bridge. There's a ship approaching. It just lost their steering. So until you get that under control, we got to stop all traffic. Yeah, I'm en route to the south side.
Okay, so early on, the ship lost their steering. You got to stop all traffic, so we got that going.
Dispatch start.
I'm holding traffic now. I was dragging, but we stopped prior to the bridge, so I'll have all outer loop traffic stopped.
10-4, is there a crew working on the bridge right now?
K9-1, but
God.
want me to stop traffic on this site right now.
All right, now I don't like how we're lining this up because where was the report of the steering problem? Because if the boat lost the steering problem at this point, now we're talking about well, actually, we couldn't have because then again, so now the audio is completely off. This is the path of the boat. When did a boat lose steering?
Yeah, if we can stop traffic, just make sure no one's on the bridge right now. I'm not sure where. If there's a crew up there, we might want to notify whoever the foreman is, see if we can get them off the bridge temporarily.
10-4, once the other unit gets here, I'll ride up on the bridge. I have all interloop traffic stopped at this time.
Okay.
Once you get here, I'll go grab the workers on the key bridge and then stop the outer loop.
C-13 dispatch, the whole bridge just fell down. Start is everybody. The whole bridge just collapsed.
Simple dispatch is direct. That's correct.
The whole bridge just fell down. Ryan Dirty Llama, I'm good with my 1611 King James Bible, thanks. And the Geneva Bible. Like, I mean, why is everything a damn conspiracy, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Which one? The Donald Trump one? I just think it's funny that the audio was so shitty and so garbage. I just think that was funny. How did this audio get leaked? This is from The Independent. I don't know how the audio got leaked, but I'm betting the audio got leaked because of the conspiracy theories of, it was deliberate to sabotage the supply chain and put more stress to collapse America's economy and ruin America because Biden's out to fast track the one world order for China. And there's probably elements of truth in that conspiracy theory, but I don't think that's the entire thing. So yeah, that's, I'm guessing, how the video or how the audio got out.
This time.
Do we know if all traffic was stopped?
I can't get to the other side, sir. The bridge is down.
I can't get to the other side, sir. The bridge is down.
We're going to have to get somebody on the other side of the Anne Arundel County MSP to get up here and stop traffic coming northbound on the T Bridge.
Now, was that bridge originally able to move? Like Aaron was saying that bridge was like a separating, like a dividing bridge kind of thing. Nah, I don't think so. I think that was a suspension bridge and the boats just went under.
I'm holding all traffic northbound.
So yeah, that's the end of that. And wow. Oof. No yelling or screaming in horror. They were warned about the event happening going in. The people talking weren't on the bridge or in the event. They're emergency responders and crews who are actually like told to deal with it. I'm actually glad there wasn't a whole bunch of like screaming, and I'm glad the people that saw that happen were like, all right, so we need to call people, we need to do things. This just happened. Let's get moving. Let's do this. I'm glad it wasn't people like, oh my God, what did I just see? Jesus Christ. Now, because again, they knew going in the boat was completely without steering. They didn't know what was going to happen. They wanted people off the bridge for safety because, again, this was one of the scenarios. So, I mean, not entirely. But what's we've got a video. What's this video? Oh, we have something about that. Thank you, Fallen. I have something about that somewhere in here. Yeah, actually, we were going to do that. We're going to do that in a minute, but since we covered the bridge thing, we'll go to that now, and then we'll go to... Actually, that'll make it better for the other thing after that. So we'll go to that. As Fallen just linked in the chat, World Star! Ryan Dirty Llama, fanatical Bucks fan. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right? We've got that. So President Biden made an address about the whole thing, about the bridge, and of course, as President Biden always does, Grandpa likes to tell us how this was a part of his life too. Grandpa really wants us to know that he's one of us, and he's one of us, and he's going through everything we're going through, and so this is the address that he made, and at about 1:30, a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge. That part of the address was expected. The part he put on after it wasn't expected. Let's go to the address. I should have just clicked this the first time. Boop.
At about one.
Boop. Again, everybody, our president, Commander-in-Chief, let us know what happened. Break us the bad news, Joe.
At about 1:30, a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which I've been over many, many times commuting from the state of Delaware either on a train or by car. At about one.
Commuting to the state of Delaware by train or by car. All right, I am going to say he didn't say he took a train over the bridge. He said he's been over the bridge many, many times commuting to the state of Delaware by train or by car. It does kind of sound like he said that it does kind of sound like it, but that's not exactly what he said. It was a 4-lane highway with no train lines, but again, I feel like that's going to be one that they can excuse. That's going to be hard to like lock down specifically. Let's use the Fox video that Fanatical Bucks fan gave us and see if the clip is any longer and with any more context. Oh, but of course we have to do an ad first for Intuit TurboTax. I'm not really going to rip on them because I have to do a whole bunch of tax stuff. So you know what? Maybe I should just shut my pie hole and let them play their stupid ad for a minute while we go like this, like this, like that. Bing, bang, boop.
Good afternoon. Before I leave for North Carolina, which I'm going to do in a few minutes, I want to speak briefly about the terrible incident and accident that happened in Baltimore this morning. At about 1:30, a container ship struck the Francis Scott Key Bridge, which I've been over many, many times commuting from the state of Delaware either on a train or by car. I've been in Baltimore Harbor many times. And the bridge collapsed, sending several people in the vehicles into the water, into the river. And multiple U.S. Coast Guard units, which are stationed very nearby, thank God, were immediately deployed along with local emergency personnel. And the Coast Guard is leading the response to the port, where representatives from the Federal Highway Administration.
All right, so I don't really care about all that. So again, I don't like Biden, and I hate him as much as the next person, but I don't really. This is the other reason I hate Fox. Stop it with auto-pushing other stories in your goddamn dumb over-audio modulated ads. Fuck off. But yes, so... Saint Caesar, I can't understand Joe. Speak English. I fell behind again, says Fallen the Great. Well, don't worry, Fallen the Great. We're doing fine, and you'll be okay. Joe, again, didn't really say he took a train over the bridge, but he said he's gone over the bridge many, many times when he's commuted. So he didn't not say it, but he did kind of like, I don't know. I guess you can kind of read whatever one you want out of that. That's one where, I mean, if you're really going to get caught up on that, I don't know. Or he could have just, again, completely talking out of his ass like any politician and just said something stupid. Now, for all of the people, and I know there really aren't any of them watching this show, it would be fun if there were, though. It'd be fun if I was about to have fun with somebody in my chat about this. But for all of the people that insist that, the government is not out to persecute any sort of political threat to Joe Biden, and that everything about Donald Trump is all about law and legal and right and wrong. Right. I have a follow-up on a story we covered. You remember the guy that is running in Texas under a candidate name literally anybody else? He was pushing to get enough signatures to be able to get on the ballot. He's doing all of this to, try and make a little bit of a name for himself to get out there. Right. He's not interested in just being the president. He's making a point. He's my uncle, says Fat Conan. So, can we play this for a minute just to show I want to show the video. We don't have a video? Oh, yeah, here we go. We'll go to this video for a little bit, and then we'll talk about the update. Boop, 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 boom.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Running for president
How y'all doing?
isn't easy,
Are they doing it?
but a catchy name
Literally anybody else? That's my name.
is a start.
Hey, how's it going?
So what do I call you, Mr. Else?
No, he's not joking.
My name is literally anybody else, and I'm running for president of the United States.
And it says so right here on his Texas license.
Literally anybody else. All right, so that's all the only part we really need. That's the only part we really need, that part right there. So literally anybody else is running for president in Texas. He doesn't have a snowball's chance at winning. He doesn't have a snowball's chance of getting on the ballot. But he's doing it to make a stand, to make a statement, and if it catches like wildfire, I'm sure he'll run with the ball. But, like I said, the DOJ is not a malicious arm of the government aggressively persecuting and pursuing any of Joe Biden's political rivals. But the feds threaten presidential candidate, literally anybody else, with criminal charges if he doesn't supply his real name. A former vet running for president changed his name to literally anybody else, and he's being threatened by the federal government with criminal charges. Holy Jesus. In a word, hinky. Hey, Joe, I got a word for what you're doing. Hinky. He's getting his 5 minutes of fame. Right. Better name than not sure, but still idiocracy. Absolutely fanatical Bucks fan. He's getting his 5 minutes of fame. He is. But he's also, again, getting threatened with criminal charges by the federal government for changing his name to make a statement. Changing his name to make a statement. A statement which, by the way, has zero chance of even threatening or affecting the election. Right? I don't think he's going to be on the ballot. I don't think he's going to get enough signatures. You know what this shit'll do? This shit'll guarantee he gets more signatures. Spy Pigeon, Johnny, how's your day going, man? Going pretty good. We're doing what we can to make a show happen. We're pretty bingo on support. Like, we've had some stickers and things, but we haven't even done a hype train and all of that. So we've had, I think, a gifted sub or two. Nope. Resubscribed. That was a day ago. Yeah. Ooh. It's looking cut. It's looking
Cheer
cut.
100.
Thank you very much, Curtis Versus. So yeah, if you want to, throw in, help support the show, we'd appreciate it. Otherwise, we're coming face up against the wall with That could mean anything. What he's talking about, he could be talking about someone making toilet paper. What? The Biden administration are corrupt Democrats. Well, let's be honest. Political organizations are corrupt. President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Camacho. That could mean what he's talking about. Could
Cheer
be
100 face down, ass up.
Thank you very much. Now we're 100 bits away from a hype train. If you want to help support the show, I would appreciate it. We're doing what we do. But yeah, we're going through. I'm not sure what the person that changed their name. They could mean anything. What he's talking about, he could. Yeah, but I mean, what do you mean? What he's talking about getting the attention of the federal government? He put out a letter, and the letter said, did he put out a letter? Okay, so the presidential candidate is back in the news. This time he received a letter from the Federal Election Commission threatening his campaign for not filing the true name of their candidate. And yeah, so they're threatening him with legal action. He legally changed his name. So they're saying that he's breaking the law by not using his actual name. But his actual name is literally anybody else. Knowingly and willfully, okay, it has come to the attention of the Federal Election Commission that you may have failed to include the true, correct, or complete committee information. Knowingly and willingly making any material false, fictitious, or fraudulent as a statement or representation to a federal government agency, including the Federal Election Commission, is punishable under the provisions of 18 U.S.C. and 1001. The commission may report apparent violations to the appropriate law enforcement authorities. Again, it's all right. It's not quite the government quashing everybody that I thought it was. It's just the government being stupid. Oh boy. So I'm at least wrong about that. Well, are we talking money? Let me put a little hat on. Well, thank you, Pastor Aristocox. If you could put a little hat on and hold out a bucket. I'm sure you'll need a shekel or two for your work, because nobody should do something for free. But that's my real name. It's yes, ma'am. I'm a ma'am. I still love that meme. I'm sure that won't end up as a clip. A minute and a half if we want to launch the hype train and kick off a little hey on Twitch. Cool. Otherwise, did I ever... Oh, I got to pin that on the Twitch thing, or on the YouTube thing. Pin message. There we go. The message is pinned. All right, so we have messages pinned on Twitch and YouTube. I don't know. Government is huge on procedures, even if they don't make sense. Maybe, like I said, I might have jumped the gun there a bit. It could just simply be that someone looked over the form and went, "Oh, you're stupid. You're just fucking with us." Like, no. This is an actual thing. If you had bothered to contact the DMV, 1 minute left to kick off that hype train. Otherwise, everything we've thrown in there up till now kind of goes. So, oh well. But yeah, it is strange that happened. I thought, again, just because I'm starting to get too black-pilled to reality, I thought that was a more of a just like the government trying to saddlebag and slow down anybody that dare oppose Joe Biden. Damn, I'm out of bits, says Dear Butch. You know what? Hey, man, it's what happens. I give my prime. I'd give more if I could, but I can't. You don't have to explain why you can't do more. I ask, and we do the thing, and if you throw in bits, if you throw in subs, if you support the show, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't expect anyone to do more than they can, and I certainly don't want anyone to put themselves out on my behalf. So... And if you want to watch the show and not pay anything, that's entirely your choice. It's not. There's no paywall for a reason. So let's go to this. Let's go. All right, so now who was it? Saint Caesar. Actually, Saint Caesar is very, very big on the Puffy thing. People keep talking about Puffy, or not Puffy. No, Puff Diddy. Yeah, that's right. It's Puff Daddy, Puff Diddy, P Diddy. Honestly, I have to say, given the situation that's happening, I wonder if Sean, Puff Daddy, P Diddy Combs maybe looks back and going, you know what? The name P Diddy, not really good. P Diddy, Pedo Diddley. Yeah, I don't know. Fat Conan, did he or didn't he? Well, he has answers about that. So let's, I think this is, well, not answers. He has spoken up about that. I think this video is about that. Otherwise, I have to pull up the text one.
Mogul Sean Diddy Combs is speaking out against federal officials following a raid at 2 of his homes on Monday. His lawyers have released a statement saying the 54-year-old is the victim of a witch hunt. Heavily armed agents searched his properties in Los Angeles and Miami as part of an ongoing sex trafficking investigation. ABC News has learned electronics were seized from inside, and Combs has been named in several sexual abuse lawsuits in recent months. He maintains his innocence.
Right, he maintains his innocence. Look, if it were a bunch of women saying this guy's doing this stuff, whatever, witch hunt, fine. They let Nikki Haley run on her fake name, right? Nikki Haley wasn't a problem. We can't have literally anybody else. It might make us look bad. We've got 2.5 hours left in the program. We are we're fully funded up to what is it tomorrow? $45 on Friday.
Guess what?
I got a fever. Thank you, dear Butch, for gifting a sub.
It's more cowbell.
We appreciate the support we get. It does help us keep this little boat on the water. Thank you for that. I'll see if I got up to 50 on Rumble yet. Maybe we can buy out today that way. And Buzzard Bob getting that gifted sub. Thank you very, very much, dear Butch. Gifting a sub to Buzzard Bob. Cowbell coming in. Heyo. So thank you for that. And we're going to keep going with this. Now, again, Sean Combs says he's innocent. It's a witch hunt. I don't know, man. A bunch of ladies claiming that you sexually harassed them. Witch hunt, maybe. A bunch of ladies and the federal government coming at you with charges. Witch hunt? I mean, because they do have to prove stuff. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of the federal government or the DOJ. Look back 5 seconds to the last thing we were talking about. But witch hunt? I don't know. Most people, when it's a witch hunt, don't up and flee the country. Like, you got on your plane and out of here real quick. Like, not even like a different state, not acting through lawyers. Just like, all right, let's just be somewhere where I can't be arrested and brought in and asked questions. Like, that can't happen. I can speak through my lawyer and my proxy only. He was going to get girls with Justin Bieber. Right. That's a clip from a long time ago about them going poon hunting. Doesn't look good, doesn't look bad, and I don't think that has anything to do with what he was on the plane. But there's a clip from, Justin Bieber. Like, there's a clip from when Puffy was 40. Woo. All right, let's go to this interesting video. Before I play it, I will warn that there's some bad language in this. And we have a video. This video, this person uploaded themselves. It's a video of a trans person unloading on a staffing agency. And I don't know why, but a few days ago, Libs of TikTok posted this profanity-laced tirade from a gender-confused young person who, for the most part, to the shock and astonishment of these kids of unhinged displays, have long since disappeared for me to the point that I may watch. All right, I don't want to read your exposition about this. So this person apparently had an issue with a staffing agency. I'm guessing over their gender identity, and they posted this video on X. Libs of TikTok, or no, they posted it on TikTok. Libs of TikTok found it and put it on X.
I don't know.
All right, so let's start out with the... I don't know if I'm going to post this or not, but I just need a fucking rant. I can understand that sentiment. I really, really can. But if you need a rant... don't post it. I don't know if I'm going to post this or not. If you're starting with that, don't post it. Trigger warning, yelling and transphobia regarding dead naming. Oh my. They dared to... Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know if I'm going to post this or not, but I just need a fucking rant. Universal Labor Support just fucking called me. And the first thing they fucking did is fucking dead name me. Love that. We're off to a really fucking good start. They ask if I'm available for a fucking shift. In 9 fucking weeks, they have not fucking scheduled me.
Right. And if they suddenly need someone to fill and you haven't worked in 9 weeks and them calling you, it's kind of an olive branch to get, and they fucking dead name me. I can't imagine why they're not scheduling you when you have to rant with, and they fucking dead name me, so we're off to a good start. It sounds like you're almost a hostile employee.
First of all, mostly everyone who calls from labor support knows me as fucking Max, not fucking dead name.
So they called you and they said, hi, dead name. Or was your other name Maxine? Or was, knows me as fucking Max, not dead name. I can understand a little bit of frustration when people can't get your name right. I won't even call him a friend. I have an acquaintance that I play games with online that regularly calls me Jimmy. Partially because of inebriation, partially because maybe he's retarded. I don't know. But he does. He calls me Jimmy. And you know what it is? It sucks. It's not my name. But you know what it also isn't? The end of the world. And if he called me Jessica and implied that he thought I was a woman, do you know how much worse that would be? None. Because again, you say, dude, name's Johnny. I got a pecker. Do that to that guy. Have fun with it. Be like, really? Really? We're at this? I've been here how long? You haven't figured out it's Max? My dick's bigger than yours. It was custom ordered. Like, enjoy it. Throw it at him. This complaining of, where they didn't do what I want, where? Yeah, that's why they haven't called you in 9 weeks, because nobody wants to fucking work with you. You are the bottom of the barrel, last person they call, because oh, fuck, I have to work with fucking Max. Better make sure to embrace Max's lifestyle. One question, one problem with Max, and it's you're a transphobe. Because, again, you guys immediately fall back on that. Unemployable, says Fanatical Bucks fan. Absolutely right.
Getting off to a really fucking good start right there, aren't we? Second, pretty much everyone I talk to knows about my fucking situation. They know that I'm homeless. It's not like I have a bed I can fucking crawl up in and take a nice fucking goddamn...
Everyone knows my situation. They know I'm homeless. So when I come to work, I berate all my employees, all my coworkers. Oh, not employees. You don't have those. I berate all my fellow employees, all my coworkers, my boss, and everybody else with my horrible life situation, and I explain to him how poor me, life sucks. Again, I don't know if you know this or not, but when you do that all the time, doesn't really help out. It's like if I spent the entire 3 hours going on about my shit all the time, wouldn't help out either. We mention it as much as we need to, and then we move on. It can crawl. My God, help us all. This is why TikTok needs to go away, says St. Caesar. I actually agree on that. This is why TikTok needs to go away. This is entirely why TikTok needs to go away. All right. Nobody cares enough about they, them to help out. Right. Nobody cares enough about you. All your and I bet you that was kind of dropped like, oh, well, I'm homeless. And it'd be really, yeah, I'm guessing your homeless situation has everything to do with how abrasive you are. If you were a fun, friendly person just down on your luck, odds are relatively good somebody would help out. Just say you a illegal alien and they'll get you money and a place to live. Right, but then they'll see her complexion and she'll fucking push them on the goddamn they them pronoun bullshit, and she'll point out her therapist and how long she's had this, and don't you dare dead name her. She'll do all that crap. Or he, whatever. Screw it. She will do all that crap. They will do all that crap. Maybe she's not a she anymore. She got him lopped off. Did she get the penalplasty? We made a fake dick out of your vagina. We made a fake dick out of your vagina. It turns out that after years and years of medical research, when it comes to curing cancer, solving horrible diseases, degenerative conditions, the jury's out. But when it comes to taking your arm fat and treating it like a balloon animal to give you a penis, well, ho boy dow, I went to college for 4 years for a reason. Did you say ho boy dow? Good thing we got that doctor's appointment tomorrow. All right, so yeah, fucking pronouns.
Nap. I don't have a fucking accessible shower. I don't have anywhere to keep my fucking dog.
If you're homeless, you shouldn't have a dog. Now, I'm not going to say that homeless people need to give up their pets. This thing needs to quit current daying me. Stop current daying us. Right. I don't have anywhere to keep my fucking dog. Then don't have a dog. When you take on a pet, you take on responsibilities. Stop acting like it's the world. I feel sorry for the dog. Mr. Q, I do too. Because that dog that she has nowhere to keep is apparently locked in this car while she's screaming her ass off. So, again, you have nowhere to keep your dog. Well, that's kind of a you problem. I have to figure out what to do with my cats when I've got to go. And if you have these issues and they're preventing you from working, then you need to pick a new job that works with your dog situation, or you need to switch some of those problems. It's not the world's responsibility to hold you up in spite of it. I bet her parents and family are super willing to take her back into their house. She seems so pleasant. Oh, no, I bet they absolutely aren't willing because she doesn't give anyone any distance and she loses her shit. Get a shower at a truck stop. It looks like it has a car. Right. I don't have a shower. You have access to one. There are products you can get. We got to switch to this. We're drinking the steel toe water cup now. Countdown to Johnny needing to pee like a racehorse the minute the show is over. So, again, I don't have anywhere to keep my dog. You can do showers in truck stops. They make products.
And
St. Caesar, no spilling. Not a problem. We got to lock down. I keep the water away from the electronics. That's what I call thinking. Thinking with my big brain like a big boy. No spillies. All about that bass, no spillies. Okay, from the side view, now that we've got this paused, I have a question. So you want to be seen as a guy or a girl? What is it? Do you want to be seen as a specific gender, or are you just clusterfuck whatever? Because then, if you're clusterfuck whatever, we can, correct me if I'm wrong, we can, let me go, oh shit, I just dropped my lighter. That's the wrong button. Let's go grab that. Fucking damn it. All right, play the damn video.
they're trying to fucking schedule me on Sunday. No fucking notice. Nobody calls me and says, hey, yo, we want to schedule you now. No. They ask if I'm available to their fucking needs after they fucked me over for 9 fucking weeks. Go fuck yourself, Universal. Fuck you for dead naming me. Fuck you for not changing my fucking name on my ID. Fuck you for not understanding my situation. Fuck you for being transphobic. I am so fucking done with companies fucking us over.
It's not because you're trans, you god damn it, I knew this was gonna go there. Fuck them for being transphobic. I'm so sick of companies fucking us over. I can tell you this. 90% of the problems you're having right now are self-inflicted. Because the 10% that aren't, your employer scheduling you in a way that doesn't really work for you, you not having work until all of a sudden. Ivy's mother's going through literally the exact same thing, and she doesn't have a gender identity crisis. She's been very firmly a woman her entire life. She's not being persecuted because of her beliefs or ethnicity. It's called jobs. And by the way, universal. What is universal? I'm betting wherever she works, it's one of those day laborer jobs that it's not like, oh, you have skills, you have training, you have an education, you're someone we need to do this. It's anybody can do it and you don't pull your weight. Buzzard Bob, a shower will cost her $20 unless she shares 3 truck drivers. I don't think they want to do that. And by they, I mean the truck drivers and the person on the screen. I don't think, no. I'll go by myself. Toastmaster, literally nobody's afraid of somebody because they're trans. Oh, it's not a fear. This is one of the other cards they love to play. It's not a fear. It's persecution. They're being persecuted because they're trans. Again, it's not you being a horrible employee or a huge problem. It's because you're trans. Right.
I am so sick and fucking tired of filling out application after fucking application for loans to get money to get ahead.
You don't just get to get money to get ahead. Right. So I have a question. What's your collateral? What are you putting up to justify this loan? And what will this money go towards? I don't know if you know this or not. I've applied for loans, and I've been denied for loans. You know why I got denied for loans? Because I didn't have collateral. I didn't have the base. I wanted to buy a car, a classic car that was being sold incredibly cheap. Because the person just wanted it to go. It needed a little bit of repair, nothing major, brake pad changes, stuff like that. It would have been worth double what I was buying it for. But I needed the money from a loan. And you know why I didn't get the loan? I didn't have any money to bring into it. And I feel like someone who can't afford a shower, who has nowhere to put their dog, who's homeless and hasn't worked for 9 weeks, probably does not have a plethora of money or wealth to back up the loan. But no, it's because I'm trans. No, it's not because you're trans. It's not because you want to and or did cut your tits off and you take hormone drugs. No, it's because you are a bad investment. Stop blaming the world on your gender identity.
I am so fucking done. When will these fucking companies learn?
When will you? When will you learn that your gender identity and the amount of a problem you make it for everything happening for you is a you thing? Loans are a basic human right. You should have to give me money and trust that I'll pay it back. I'm sorry, but until you show me the house you have as collateral, the car you have as collateral, well, all right, I can see the car. But do you own the car or are you making payments on the car? And what is the car worth? Again, until you could show me these things you have that are worth so much that you can't get a loan, specifically because they'll dead name me and they won't work with me. This person's video has laid out a tirade of why I wouldn't trust you with $5 fucking. I'm never going to see it again. I'm never going to see it again. I have a family member in a better situation than you, and I consider that person a money loan as a throw it in a garbage fire, it's gone investment. So I only do it if I can literally just be like, well, I guess I can kiss this away. And that bill is up to like $500 or $600. And again, I don't expect to see it back anytime soon. And I still get hit up for cash. Right now I'm saying no because I can't afford to. And that's where you're at, homie. None of your friends can afford to support you anymore. None of them.
The whole reason why I'm in this situation is because they don't fucking pay me enough.
Right. They don't pay you enough for your job that you do. And I'm sure you're a real great employee, so they're going to bust that. Oh, that's right. We got back into that problem again. They don't pay you enough. I understand not earning enough. You can ask them for more money. You can ask them for a raise. And if they don't pay you enough, and again, ironically, talking from my own thing that I even mentioned earlier today, then do something about it. Earn more money, go somewhere else. That's what I'm doing, looking for ways to earn more money, including possibly going other places and doing other stuff.
And I'm not the only one. I hate...
Right. You're not the only one, but you're the only one that's trans. So why is it the trans thing? All right, I got to be honest. I didn't even touch the button. I hit the desk so hard that it... that the thing bounced and it hit the pads. Uh, 9 weeks without working. I don't think any bank would give it money. Right. I don't think they would give them money 9 weeks without a job. 9 weeks without working. Not so in the past 2 months, you have not worked. So you haven't had a job for 2 months. And you want us to loan you money. And after that, this is another problem I have. I have problem that I have problem. I need a dog. I have problem. That's her actually, by the way. So I have a problem with this. You in your rant, and again, this is another thing. You post this shit. You can go back and watch it. Am I the only narcissist who records himself and then watches it like 3 or 4 times and goes, yeah, do I want to share this? Yeah, we're good. So, you literally record yourself saying, transphobes, dead naming, blah, 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 blah. And then you say, I hate living in my car. I hate living like this. I'm not the only one. Right. It's all over the place. It's kind of everybody. Kind of like, and again, I know you hate this part. Kind of like the trans thing has nothing to do with it. And it's just shitty situations. And in your case, shitty people making their shitty situations shittier.
Living in my fucking car. I hate not being able to work. I hate not having a fucking roof over me and my partner's head.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now we have 2 people living in a car with a dog and partner. So I'm guessing she's not into dudes. She became a dude because she wants to be a dude and she likes chicks. So she's a lesbian, and that also has to mean trans. Are you actually transitioning, or do you just cling to the trans thing to identify as a guy? The 2 of you. Let's back this up again and do the math now. Okay. Talking Head needs a moment. So let's be clear. Oh Jesus. Talking Head looks like a fucking pizza right now. Pepperoni, 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 mushroom head. All right, so again, you and your partner are taking care of the 2 of yourselves and a dog in a car. You can't afford to get a shower. You can't manage to do daily hygiene, apparently. And you're pissed off that they won't give you a loan to give you more money to be in a better place. How much money are they supposed to loan you? I need a couple $1 million to be in a better place. Lose the fucking car, loser. This is why women cannot take the place of a man. They can't lose the car. It's her and her partner and her dog. That's the closest thing they have to an apartment. By the way, you have a roof over your head, a car roof. I hate this. I don't even have a fucking roof over my head. You have a car roof over your head. There are people living on the street. There are people living in tents. There are people living in fucking cardboard boxes. You got a heated car roof over your head. There are a lot of people that would be like, hey, you know what? Fuck this Coleman tent in the ass. I'd like a car. I could heat it up. I could turn on the radio. If the cops start trying to rouse me, I could leave. I would love a car. I could roll the windows up and do my drugs. Like, I think a lot of people would find the car as an improvement. So this whole, I don't have a roof over my head, I'm homeless, like, yes, you are living in a, what we could easily call housing insecure situation. But technically, you are not homeless. You are a not vagrant. That's the wrong word. Not migrant. What is... You're a nomadic. There you go. You are a nomadic liver. You live in a travelable home. You're an RVer with a really small RV.
I keep trying doing everything I can to fucking live, to have a comfortable life, but it's not fucking enough because this country doesn't fucking believe that minimum wage should be able to pay all your bills comfortably.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Gypsy.
The minimum wage should be able to pay all your bills comfortably. Let me describe all your bills. You need your car. You need your big house. You need your dog taken care of. You need your food bills met. You need all that. Can we rewind back to the part where you haven't had work for 9 weeks? So how would this have helped if they paid you more at your job? You still weren't working for 9 weeks. What money are you going to make not working? They don't pay me enough. Well, if they'd pay you more and still employ you at the same rate, how do you get more money out of that situation? I had to lock the shitter. I don't know what that one's from. Oh, there was a guy sleeping in a porta-john. Oh, dear Butch, there was a guy sleeping in a porta-john on my work site. I had to lock the shitter. That's hilarious. Now it's like, all right, guys, we're here to build a house. But remember, if you need to use the bathroom, you have to ask Dave for the key. Ask Dave for the key. Put the key back when you're done, okay? You give the key back to Dave. Dave holds the key to everyone who wants to take a shit, all right? If you want to piss, prefer it in the porta potty, but, you know, a bush is a bush. But... again, if you need to shit, talk to Dave. Talk to Dave. Key is on a 2x4. Fanatical Bucks fan, I don't know if that'll help, because then they'll take the key and they'll use the 2x4 for cooking fuel. This guy must be on his period. Yeah, I think this guy's on the rag. No offense, dude. You that's another thing. You want to be a guy, Max? You want to be a guy? A guy doesn't sit in his car and scream about this shit and post it online. A guy makes a kind of sad admission about struggling financially and then makes jokes for like 3.5 hours. That's what a guy does. Or a guy says these things to himself when nobody's around, feels like shit for saying them because he feels a sense. This is a guy thing. And I'm sick of not acknowledging this. It's a guy thing to feel like it's your responsibility to provide for people. And if you don't have that feeling, you're not a guy. You're not a man if you don't feel like you need to take care of the people around you. That is a natural genetic imperative that men have. To supply, support, and provide for those around them. So if you want to play the man game, do the first thing you need to do. Cinch up your fucking pants and start making minimum wage every day and then saying, how can I increase that amount? That's what a man does, god damn it. We didn't hit a hype train. But I haven't been smoking weed all day. And they pissed me off so much with their fucking poor me bullshit that I'm literally lighting my my fucking
Cheer 100.
Thank you, Mikey Two Milks. I'm lighting my bowl. Oh shit. I'll hold off. If we get another 100 bits, I can technically just do it anyway. So we can have a hype train. That works. All right, go ahead and go. They, them, telling us again. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. We're just about done. The world's, again, our problem.
And I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Good. So what are you going to do about it? You're done. What is... Well, I have a question for you. I've said that a lot. I have said that a lot. I've meant it a lot. I've said it recently. I've meant it recently. Due to medical stuff. What is you being done? I know what me being done means. I know what me being done... Like, I'm fucking done. I've had it. I'm done. I know what that means. I know what that implies. I know what that's saying. What are you saying? Are you saying you're going to step out on your life with you and your partner and your dog because the world isn't making it easy enough for you? LOL, the dog even says, have a woof. YouTube hates it when you suggest garden hose ideas. I wasted a lot of time on those comments. All that hard work. F you, YouTube. I need this rant. Thank you, Hitler Diff. Well, Hitler Diff, if you want to have that rant, I'll say this again. We got a great audience over on the Rumble chat. Rumble chat, a little less picky about what people say, and unless you're doing some sort of call to action on people, I really don't care, because I'm a free speech person. I believe people have the right to talk. I certainly do it out of my ass every goddamn day. All right, so there we go. That's the Libs of TikTok video that came out recently. Again, somebody needs to explain to me how any of those problems are the world's fault. You brought all of that to the table. All righty. We've got, what is it? A little less than 2 hours left in the program. We got to get our second hour stories up. Fat Conan, he's going back to She-Land. True, I got to say, Max, for wanting to be a guy, kind of acting like a bitch. I don't mean to finagle it, buddy. That's how guys treat other guys. Hey, you're kind of being a bitch. Would you like to go find your purse and see if your balls are still in them? Oh, that's right. They don't do testicular plasty, just the cock thing. That's got to be weird. Alrighty. Let's go back to this. And boop. Our second hour stories. We've got a man in Australia who got stuck in a drain, and we'll probably talk about that for a little bit. We've got a really sad story about Baltimore. Everyone's talking about the bridge thing, and we've got something a little different. We've also got an article about the president of Brazil, and there's something funny that happened in Brazil recently. We'll talk about it. It bears similarities to our own landscape politically, and well, let's just say it's funny. And we got a Korean jeans TV ad that, or a Korean TV censored jeans on a show because the person was apparently why would you censor the jeans? Like, all right, we're going to let you guys see what this guy says, and thanks, but pay no attention to his pants. I'm going to tell you right now, you show me a dude, and I don't care if he's talking about fixing cars, growing vegetables, or hunting down the local rumors of aliens. If you blur his pants the entire time, guess what I'm fixating on? Atomic Ray, $5 on the Rumble chat saying woof woof. Thank you. We are going to we're going to check the Rumble setup before we log off of the show and let you know what if that's ready to buy out a day and skip us over a day. We'll see where that's at. Hopefully it is. It takes like a month and a half, and then if we get Rumble rants, those change things. So we'll see where that's at, how close we are there. So a man rescued from a Bisbane storm drain on Monday allegedly evaded police after being a passenger in 2 dangerous driving incidents on Sunday. Wait a minute, what? I thought this was... Man rescued after 36 hours in a storm drain allegedly evaded police. So why did you alert the police if you were evading them? They never would have looked there. 38-year-old man was helped out of the drain in Kangaroo Point by firefighters at 11 a.m. Monday. He estimated to emergency services that he had been stuck for about 36 hours and claimed to have been retrieving his phone. Right, but you were evading police. So I doubt that you were retrieving a phone. In a new twist, the Queensland police said this afternoon the alleged man was the passenger in a vehicle involved in 2 car crashes in the suburb at about 4:20 a.m. on Sunday morning. Patrol attempted to follow a Ford Falcon in Anderson Street, Kangaroo Point. When it reversed and crashed into a car, it caused substantial damage to the Ford and moderate damage to the police vehicle. Officers were uninjured. The Ford then allegedly fled the area before becoming involved in a second car crash a short time later. The occupants of the Ford then allegedly fled the area on foot. It is understood that the man had been offered rescue on Sunday, but turned it down before the same person returned again on Monday and called 000. So, literally, hey, do you need help? No, I'm just looking for my phone. Fuck off. It's just I could call somebody. Yeah, you can eat a dick, too. Fuck off. Then the next day comes around. Hey, so you still down there? You alive? Do you need help? Yeah, if you could get somebody to help me, I would appreciate that so much. Gee, thanks. Just a complete 180. You've completely flipped. It's hard to hide a hard-on when you're dressed like Minnie Pearl. Who's Minnie Pearl? Who's that? Who's the band that made that song quote? I ask you. Okay, let's make that problem worse and have to pee later. We have an hour and 45 left in the show. We're going for an hour and 45 more. You just said that, asshole. So let's cover this next story and get going for a bit. We have our third hour stories and a buttload of videos in the overtime thing. So the overtime folder, plenty of shit. Our next story is about Baltimore. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but Baltimore was the place where the bridge thing happened, right? The bridge thing happened in Baltimore. So when you hear about the bridge thing, you go, ooh, that's bad. This is not helping either. Baltimore is now facing apocalyptic levels of policing shortages. Last week, 3 officers patrolled a whole district of 61,000 residents. 3 officers. 61,000 residents. Pete Buttigieg will fix it, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, get Booty Judge on it. You said Booty Judge. Pete Booty Judge. Thank you, Pete Booty Judge. I like that term. I like that. Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Fanatical Bucks fan, defund the police. At this point, you just don't need to fund the police. Why fund them? There's nobody there. Have you seen the mayor of Bmore? I have not. Maybe the mayor will make an appearance in some of these videos we have, because I believe we have a few. Well, nope. Never mind. We have one video story, and then we have a whole bunch of like headlines of stories, and I'll just read the excerpts that these people have clicked out of that. So let's go to this video on Twitter about the thing. Oh, wow. This is 2.5 minutes. So they're going to cover the whole deal. Alrighty. This was up on Twitter about the situation in Baltimore.
If you're to the ship, anyone willing to work overtime?
In the Southern District on Tuesday, there was a plea for officers to work overtime. Minutes later, it went citywide.
Citywide, overtime available on today's date, trolley shift, Southern District, Anyone interested?
Baltimore's Southern Police District is the city's largest district, 61,000 residents. And on Tuesday afternoon, sources tell us at one point there were 3 police officers on patrol. Just seconds after the plea for officers hit the airwaves, so did pleas for help.
If anyone in Sector 2 can come clear, we have a physical child abuse at Morrill Park, and there's a 10-year-old at the location with bruises all over his body. Okay, we also have a common assault. We have a missing person, 2640B Huron Street.
10 minutes after that child abuse call was transmitted, it appears there were still no officers en route.
We still holding that physical child abuse? Yes, sir. And be advised, we are now holding 10 calls. No priority ones. We still have the physical child abuse and the common assault.
And it's heartbreaking. Imagine if you are a crime victim.
Betsy Smith.
Right. So let's talk about what we need to be doing. Let's start arming the civilians. Start telling the populace, start packing, because who you gonna call when the police aren't there anymore? Again, I'm glad we have all of these gun laws that are making the guns illegal, because when the cops aren't around, well, there's just no crime. Fat Conan, send the social workers. Right? How much defund the police action did we get? How much hate the cops happened? How much George Floyd is a saint and he was taken from us too early, and now we'll never get to enjoy that Mozart's next opera masterpiece because he won't be able to continue and sell fentanyl and pass fake 20s around on a corner. Right. And all the world had to burn for it. I understand. But do you understand the bill that comes due when you start demonizing the cops because criminals act like criminals, and when something bad happens to them, you just fall back on, well, he was a black criminal, so it's wrong.
Smith with the National Police Association calls the city's police staffing dangerously low.
You are endangering the lives of the police officers that are on duty. And what that further does is endanger the lives of the citizens.
There's 522 vacancies.
At a city budget hearing last year, the top brass admitted it struggled with recruitment and is hoping to hire civilians to fill in the gaps.
We're looking at upwards to 120 to 140 positions that we're trying to create in this request to be able to sustain going forward.
The reason that 9 out of every 10...
So are we just hiring like just Joe Blow off the street, like actual citizens, and putting them on patrol? Are we having citizens on patrol? You could call that program COP. Where did I steal that from? Police Academy. So, or are we hiring private security forces to again be our police? Which is quintessentially saying, let's bring in paramilitary groups and pay them to be our cops. How they pay to be a cop, says Buzzard Bob. Chicago is hiring non-citizens as police officers. That was good. Police Academy 7, the quest for cops. Nice. That's what we can bring back. Police Academy. I think it was actually Police Academy 3. Google it. Yeah, I don't know. Should we, you know what? We'll flip for it. Should we light up this thing? Because I was hoping for a hype train. I don't think it's going to happen. We got an hour and a half left in the show. And then I'm going to walk away of today with like $5-10 and say, oh boy. So here we go. Heads, yes, tails, no. And 1, 2. Hey, he said yes. We got the heads. So again, tell me about Baltimore and how we're doing with our amazing cop shortage. Go.
And police departments in this country is short-staffed is because we have been dealing with here in the United States this 3.5, almost 4-year vilification and demonization of the American law enforcement officer.
What? Wait a minute. Are you saying that when we demanded that the cops pay an invisible, unnamed, never-ending moral price for, again, for George Floyd, the innocent savior of many, 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 many children, you're saying that was a bad thing? I mean, we just called you guys pieces of shit and unwarranted murderers who have who are government funded and protected, and we just said that you shouldn't have any money and you shouldn't have any rights, and we should be able to call you all pieces of shit. I don't know where the problem came out.
Until perceptions change, Smith predicts recruitment will not improve, and the pleas for officers will grow louder.
16 is going to pick up the physical child abuse as it becomes clear of his larceny from auto.
Our sources are telling us tonight that the department is actually postponing training for officers just to keep them on the streets. We're live. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
Right. And the next time that an officer in Baltimore uses excessive force, why weren't they trained better? Well, it's really hard to train them if they're... Oh, and by the way, when you take away training facilities like Cop Town, you take away abilities for officers to train. So, again, don't come at me with this whole, they need to be better trained. Well, you need to, it looks like if you're in Baltimore, you need to start defending yourself. So, hooray, Baltimore. I would never want to live there. Like, ever. Yes, and let's read. So what are some of the newest things happening in Baltimore? Baltimore dad beaten to death outside of his home in front of his kids while protecting his son from a gang that followed him home. Baltimore perp took down a whole building when this high-speed chase turned sour. I want to see the fucking video of that. I want the video of that. Let's see the video of that. Let's see, again, let's see how well it's going in Baltimore. Oh, we don't have the video of the chase? Oh, we have the video. This is a video of the chase, the end of the chase. Nope. Let's, okay, so there's no audio? Oh, boy. What, was this a cop chasing him? Oh, no, the car was fleeing, and so you caused an accident. Oh. Oh, both of those cars are done. Again, call me an asshole, but I'm like, am I wrong for thinking maybe capital punishment needs to start applying to more stuff? Using Hollywood for a plan to fight crime isn't my first choice as chief. Using Hollywood? What? Buy guns, American. When police are minutes away, seconds matter. Landers, honestly, look, if anybody wants to say to me, like, if you're in Baltimore and you own a gun, legally or illegally, and you're like, it's for my own personal protection, I'm like, yeah, it probably is. Because again, if you live in Baltimore, you need to take your protection and safety into your hands, because again, the systems and things that are there to supposedly protect you, they don't work right now. Again, the big problem is a lot of these people are going to have trouble carrying guns because it'll be against what they believe, or it'll make them a stereotype. And boom. Alrighty, so let's do this and do that. Let's get to this next one. If you live in Baltimore, sell your shit and move. Yeah, if you live in Baltimore, I think the important thing is, if you live in Baltimore, number one, don't live in Baltimore. Alrighty. This is what America has become. Import third world, become third world. We are witnessing social collapse scenarios. When the law is no longer upheld and criminals are let free, yeah, we are basically third world. Well, I mean, you're not wrong on that. There's definitely chaos and anarchy, but I'd say there's a few differences between us and the third world, but, you know, who am I to judge? I'm hoping we can turn this whole thing around, you know? Just before we hit the ground at Mach 5? Can we maybe pull up? That's what I'd like to see. Speaking of pulling up, we have an hour and a half left in the program. If you can help support us today on Twitch, Rumble, or Venmo, PayPal, Streamlabs, all of those, we appreciate it, and we'll log into these because maybe we have some good news to report. We'll check that and get back to doing a fucking show. Let's clear these. Yeah, I don't care about people. Yep, nope, never mind. Somebody did. Mr. Q throwing in $10 on PayPal. Thank you for that. Let's move this open. Open you, and so we can get that done. And open you to make sure we haven't missed anything here. All right, yeah, that's not me. Okay, so the me thing. Go over to me. I don't care. Why? This is the one thing. All right, let's be clear about let's be clear about one thing. Venmo. Why do you want me to see what other people are doing with their money? Like who they're paying and what? I don't want to know that shit. I don't want to know that shit. I don't care in the slightest. Move to where they'll just follow you. Here's my problem. You can't just move somewhere. If you're going to move somewhere, you have to realize the things that led to the situation there, and you have to not let them. PayPal wanted to be cool like social media and failed. No, Venmo. Venmo is the one I'm talking about. PayPal is not being about like, hey, your friend spent this money there. Like Venmo is the thing where it's like it's this feed of like, oh, and this person, PayPal owns Venmo. Oh, well, then you're right and I'm retarded. How easy was that a mission? You're right, I'm retarded. Let's go ahead and scroll up and put that 10 in on, we get like 9, but whatever, we'll figure it out. And that puts us down to 35 on Friday and whatever we make today. And we'll see if we've hit our $50 payout on Rumble, and that might just buy us out an extra day. Don't move to Buzzytown, Iowa. We're full. Buzz, don't hate me for this, but don't fucking move to Iowa. Iowa sucks, all right? You can keep it. You can keep Iowa. You can keep the corn. You can keep the 15-plus hills you have, and you can fuck off there forever because I personally feel like don't go to Iowa. I've been to Iowa. I lived right above Iowa. I hate Iowa. Not like I hate Iowa. No, I think is Iowa isn't even a flyover town. You know what Iowa is? Iowa was great before they got rid of the trees. So it would have been nice. Hey, man, you want to hang out at Iowa? Yeah, who doesn't love sitting on the edge of a cornfield forever? Fucking awesome. All right. Don't go to... I'm Johnny for the Iowa Travel Bureau. Saying, remember, when you're thinking about traveling to Iowa, don't. Avoid Iowa. This message brought to you by the Iowa Travel Bureau. All right, let's go. Oh, that would be a fun bit if a lot of people want to have like Iowa Travel Bureau messages. We'll give that a second if people have suggestions for that one. I'll just read them as the Iowa Travel Bureau. Hi, I'm Johnny with the Iowa Travel Bureau. Did you know the Iowa Travel Bureau recommends that you avoid Iowa even just passing through? Because after all, going down a highway is just one way to lead you to going by a cornfield. This has been Johnny saying the Iowa Travel Bureau's official message. Avoid Iowa. Alrighty, we don't have traffic lights. Why? Fanatical Bucks fan. Iowa was cool before GMOs. St. Caesar, moved to Canada, buddy. No. I have a friend. I have a couple friends who live in Canada, and I've talked to them about living in Canada, and they don't say anything bad about living in Canada. They do not disparage living in old Canada. I just, again, from what I've heard about living in Canada, I'm like, nah, I'll stay here. I'll stay here. It's not way worse, but it's not better, is the way I'll word it. Minnesota is southern Canada. Absolutely right. It's the other reason why, if it weren't for working with Aaron's show and having a daughter, I would be effing up and out of here by now, and either in Texas or Florida so fast. Probably Texas, because humidity is a problem for me. But yeah, Texas or Florida, where the taxes are nicer, where I'm apparently becoming more of a conservative, liberal-styled person in terms of my politics and stuff. So at least I'm a little more friendlier, a little more welcome there, I guess. So, you know, it's that. Anyways.
Fuck off.
I fucked a bitch in Iowa. A fucker on credit, so now I owe her. Okay, Fallen. Oh, it's an Afro Man reference. Okay. I need to apparently listen to more Afro Man. All right, so we have the Brazil story to do. What the fuck else was I thinking? This is why I was saying if we did that, it would be weird. Because now I am like, hey, what the hell was I... What was I talking about a second ago? Am I spacing out? Probably. Here we go. Minnesota is... yep, we covered that. Let's get to Brazil's president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, or Lua's administration, is actively rounding up and imprisoning his predecessor, Jair Bolsonaro's administration, on corruption charges. Lula is an avowed Marxist, that I'm not a fan of, and Jair Bolsonaro was known in the media as the Brazilian Trump. Much like Trump, the lefties of Brazil want to see him locked away or dead. During the election, Bolsonaro only saw three options for his future: prison, death, or victory. Since victory wasn't in the cards, Bolsonaro has taken to spending a lot of time in the Hungarian embassy. Lula's administration says it's because he cannot be arrested there according to the international treaty. I won't deny that I was in the embassy. I won't say I was say where else I've been. I have a circle of friends with some heads of state around the world. They are worried. I talk to them about matters in our country's interest. Full stop. The rest is speculation. As bad as it is, Bolsonaro is really not the victim as much as it seems, because during his administration, Lula, who was president from 2003 to 2010, as well as much of Lula's administration, were all in prison on corruption charges, which made the popular leader ineligible to run in 2018 in opposition to Bolsonaro. I love this. So the Brazilian Trump, Biden's not a Marxist. Biden's just a greedy fuck, right? We can agree with that. Because Biden's just screwing over us to make money for himself. I don't think Biden believes in any sort of government or global reset or anything like that. I believe Biden's just a bought cog. Biden is a globalist pig. All right, well, globalist pig we can agree with, I guess. God, it's like, is it me or is it fucking bigger now? I can't rename today's show fucking Zit Watch. I haven't futzed with it. The whole show bigger. I swear it's larger now. Like it's growing. It's gonna start asking for food, and it's gonna want a goddamn allowance like my kid now. She wants an allowance. You're 5. I gotta start making money, she said. You're not wrong, I said, but you're 5. Oh, if she ever said that to me, I'd be like, all right, I got to stop talking out loud around my daughter. Like, I got to find a way to make some more money, Dad. Oh, shit. Somebody heard Daddy talking. Don't feed it after midnight. Oh, no, Biden is a crook. That's what she said. Oh, Fat Conan, are you still there? All we see is the zit. It's like the blob. It's taken over your whole face. You're just one. You know what the worst part is? Someone tuning into this show will see the zit in this, and they'll think, oh, wow, what's wrong with that guy? He's got like a horrible skin condition. No. I suffered a fall, which caused some boo-boos, and now I've got a zit because I'm guessing the steroid. Do the steroids make that happen? Because there was nothing here this morning. My face was as close to nice as it could be this morning. Mr. Q, don't feed it after midnight. Oh, no. Am I allowed to get it wet or will it multiply? How does that work? And question, is it you can't get it wet? Like just literally any liquid? Or is the liquid specifically water? Because if I put rubbing alcohol on this sumbitch, how is that going to go? Rexstart, it's puberty. Yes, steroids are bad for zits, says Mr. Q. All right, so maybe the steroids made it worse. All righty. So, as we were saying, the funny part about this is we have had a government actively pursuing a political rival and trying to get him on corruption and fraud and this and that and everything else. If that man gets elected, which looks like could happen, if that man gets elected, I'm going to tell you this, I'm not going to have a whole huge bucket of sympathy if now the DOJ is looking into the Bidens and we're going after them for fraud and the AG in New York is getting brought in on corruption and all of this other stuff. Because, yeah, it's, again, one does the other, does the one, does the other. They're both being the same at that point. Again, I feel like at that point, if that happens, let me be fully clear. If that happens and we're fully switching, I believe that the Bidens should be brought in on corruption stuff because it's kind of obvious the Burisma thing. But if the government starts just aggressively hunting down the left and imprisoning everybody on the left, then I'm going to say it's been a great experiment. It's been awesome. But it's been fun. You know what I mean? It's been a good time. But we have to. Is there a most replayed section? We have to. Where is it?
It's time for guillotines. It's time to raise the voice. It's time to sharpen blades. We just can't take this anymore. It's nothing personal. We gave your way a try. We're sorry, but you at the top all have to die. We're sorry.
I kind of feel like that's where it is. Either A, the experiment's done. It's done. It's finished. It's over. Give in your guns. Bow down to your new globalist overlords. Eat the bugs and be ready to sell your aborted babies to the alien lizard people for lunch because goddamn it, it's over. America's in the goddamn gutter. Or hear me out. Or I swear to Christ, 1776 needs to commence again. We need to line the streets with goddamn American patriots ready to say, no, we've had it with this stupid stuff. We've had it with you taking our money. We've had it with you pulling this bullshit. We've had it with you with pushing these woke agendas. We've had it with you pushing this stupid shit, throwing us all in the gutter. And goddamn damn it, time has come to take back this economy, to stop this reckless spending, to stop this military-industrial complex and all the stupid shit that it's been doing, and this two-party bullshit, and to take these goddamn criminals in politics that have been fleecing us for years and throw them to account, goddammit. I'm a Christian man, and I'm American, goddammit, and I'm tired of seeing my country suffer. And these people are the ones behind it, goddammit. They need to go down. They're coming after me, and they can have my cat over my goddamn dead body. As long as I live, nobody will get Snuffles. Was the cat's name Snuffles? I just made that up on the fly. I have no idea. Thank you, Fat Conan, for the 20 bits. Every time I do the Alex Jones and I get leany on the microphone, it gets loose. It's almost like I've been abusing it. Who knew? Heads on post, says Dear Butch. Every politician should have to defend themselves against treason charges. I feel like every politician should really, really be held to a much higher legal account than the people. I think that's a better government. I think that makes a better government. I feel like politicians being held to a higher legal account, getting the money out of politics, and more importantly, getting the money out of political hands, by which I mean stop taxing us and using it for all of this stupid shit. The wars, the bills. I'm tired of bills having fat in them. I'm tired of things that are snuck in that aren't part of a bill. We should have the ability, and we do now, we have the ability with AI and things to go through bills and find the parts that aren't really associated with, that he snuck in it. And we should have these people that write these bills that sneak those deals in held accountable. Well, I had to sneak that deal in with this person, so he said he'd vote for it. But that's not what the bill's about. In fact, it's opposite of what the bill's about, or it's about something else altogether, and it's not a spotlight and center on the bill, so it's not in it. That's the deal. That's the deal. Operation Gladio. I mean, we're going to just do this because people are going to be like, oh my God, Johnny, what are you... But again, yeah, no, they need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable. Tribunals and whatnot. But yes, so Brazil, much like us, has seen one political candidate aggressively hold his political opponent in jail and keep him from running for 7 years. And it prevented him from running in 2018. Those charges and convictions have not been overturned, mind you. If it were any other country, Lula would still be in prison. But just before the election, the Brazilian Supreme Court ruled that no one can be imprisoned until after all their appeals are exhausted. The ruling was applied pretty narrowly so that Lula and his cronies got out just in time to win the election and pardon themselves. And now they're looking to turn the tables. So, yeah, Donald Trump, if elected president, I don't know if he can pardon himself, but he can definitely put the quash on a lot of that stuff. So, and I hope he does, but if he stops them going after him and just gets back to the business of fixing the country, then he'll literally be one of the best presidents we've ever had in current times. But I don't think that'll be a thing. I think he'll go headhunting. I think he'll get witch hunting. I think the Republicans will. I think it'll go back and forth. And again, that's why I played that music bit earlier. If I had it again, I'd just cut to it. But let's end that. F you and your ads. All right, so we have a clip, and I'm actually going to see if we can grab it from somewhere else because Fox is Fox News. We have a clip of Whoopi from The View are we on our second hour stories? I think so. Yeah, we better be. It's 4:15, you dumbass. We better be on our second hour stories. We have a show going just for an hour and 15 minutes. Thank you, everybody. Yes, thank everybody. Thank you, everybody that's helped support the show. Mikey, Beast of Busco, resubscribing with 4 months. I didn't Give you your cowbell. Let me get to that. Cowbell for the Beast of Busco. I am such a dick. Here we go. Hey-o. Again, thank you so much for that. Trump just made a bunch of money from his Truth Social app. He made a bunch of money from his Truth Social app. He's selling Bibles. He's making money. He'll fight all of this, and if he gets elected, he'll be in a position to stop some of it. Now, the question is, will he stop it and go the higher road? I don't believe that for a second. It's Donald F. and Trump. He's never gone the high road. He'll stop it. He'll claim it was unfair. He'll claim it was corrupt. He'll claim it was bullshit. And some of that will be true, but it's Donald Trump, so no offense. Some of that will absolutely be bullshit. The man talks out his ass. There's no way bullshit doesn't come out of that. He's half cow. So literally, there will be that happening. And I'm worried that'll spill over into, again, now the Republicans are going to hunt the Dems. Now we're going to do this. Now we're going to do that, which is why it's time for razor boards. It's time for guillotines. It's time for razor boards. And we'll call it the vengeance of a comedian whose name was Trevor Moore. We don't believe that he slipped on a banana peel and died.
Cheer
That's
100,
right, we
I'm home.
know
Now I have
that
bits.
they killed that fucking guy. I'm home now. I have bits. Hey, Dear Butch has bits. Yay. What has Trump talked out his ass lately? I don't follow him enough to know, but I just know that when Trump, literally, it's been said by legal staff that you can't bring him into a court and hold him accountable in court, because he just spouts off. It just, you're going to be... So, which, by the way...
Cheer 100, I have kibble.
The same experts who said that, by the way, how do they explain all the other court cases that they brought him up on? I have kibble, says Labglass. Now we're close to a hype train. Great. That thing, I should have saved it. All right, let's copy this. And by the way, it's not that he talks out his ass, like, completely. It's that he talks out his ass and spits facts simultaneously. It's part of being a huckster on the fly. I mean, I kind of do the same thing, but I don't run the country or a successful business. Maybe you're just jealous, Johnny. You ever think of that? Maybe you're just jealous because the both of you are very, very similar. You have crappy hair. Faces look like shit. You got funny shaped penises.
Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes the train, and here comes driver's head too. Wahey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
I don't
Dear
know how to
Boo
do
1
circles.
Hype Train, Dear Boo 1 Hype Train Party 100.
All right, now it is a hype train at level 25, or level 25, fuck you. It's a hype train at level 1, 25%. Thank you very much. If you want to support on Twitch, drop another lighter, you asshole. You put an army of them in front of you, you're down to 2. All right, so if you want to support the show, Twitch is an awesome way to do it right now. Bits, subs, sound drops, all of that helps with the hype train, keeps it all moving. Trump is the best president since Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was not a good president, Buzzard Bob. Ronald Reagan was not a good president. Thanks to Ronald Reagan, the mental institutions and the facilities that we could use to deal with a lot of these junky, mentally unsound drug addicts and stuff that we have everywhere, those things don't exist. We had the war on drugs. That wasn't really that awesome. We had the 80s CIA and their operations to, kind of control and destabilize urban areas with cocaine. Again, I can go, the list goes on, but, well, if I want to say, Mr. Gorbachev, after you take down this wall, I'm going to take down my own country. By imposing a series of ideas and beliefs and appeals of systematic things in society that I disagree with, that'll have no immediate effect, but the children of our children will look back and go, wow, Ronald Reagan was a real cunt.
Guess what?
Thank you, dear Butch.
And the only prescription is
Two
more cowbell.
two gifted subs from Dear Butch. He dismantled the Air Traffic Controllers Union. Hey, look, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'll say this. If that is good
Seems
or
good,
bad,
100.
not every president does all bad or all good. Some presidents, most of them, do a mixture. The question is, what mixture do you get? Dear Butch, we've got Jesse and Ran Out of Thoughts. Thank you so much. Mediocre Personality, also thank you for the 100 bits. Here we go. Boom. Buzzard Bob, tell me what is a good president. There isn't one. There isn't a good president. There is not a good president. The best you can hope for is a president that has your interests in mind. Case in point, if you want to talk about my life growing up, Bill Clinton was a pretty decent president, but he also put things into the system. Glass-Steagall, everything else. Affected the kids of our kids kind of thing. Literally, I don't have a good president for you.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
All right, we got to back that down and thank Rexstart Parody for resubscribing. 16 months to the channel. Bill Clinton was a joke. No, Bill Clinton did a fairly decent amount of things and got the economy in a good place in his time. But the Clinton administration, headed by Bill and Hillary Clinton, put in policies, practices, eroded things like, again, Glass-Steagall that had horrible effects on us to this day. George W. Bush, Patriot Act. Barack Obama, extended powers of the Patriot Act. Put in extended problems and things over Iraq and Afghanistan. Enhanced and increased shadow drone use. Like shadowy drone use by our alphabet agencies. So again, there is no good president. I firmly believe we don't know an actual good president. What we know is presidents that did decently. Washington was the best. He reluctantly took the seat as he felt the position was more worthy than he was. Yeah. Right. But again, that was like a one-off. Cowbell. I'm getting in a chat wormhole, and I missed 420, but all right, we're on level 2, 22%, 3.5 minutes. Now I don't know why I have this up. There was a thing I was going to do, wasn't there? Oh, yes, I was going to see if we have Whoopi talking, through her cushion, on Whoopi Goldberg, Sherry Shepherd. I don't care about Sherry Shepherd. 8 months ago. Can I just have the exact... I just wanted the moment. God damn it. And why is it... YouTube, why is it one show on your program gets to have a clip of this, but there's no other clips up? I believe that is deliberate. I believe that to be deliberate. Whoopi Goldberg fear-mongering rant leaves audience in shock from a day ago. Ooh. Maybe. All right, so we're gonna do.
Audience member.
I don't want your freaking thing. Let's get to the clip. All right, so an audience member was filming in the show. An audience member was filming during The View, and apparently that very much upset Whoopi Goldberg, who went on a little bit of a rant and then walked off the show. Not going to argue about the Clintons or any Democrat. They all suck. Yes, and that's why you're a part of the problem, Buzzer Bob. Because you won't look constructively at everybody. You will look very critically at one person, and you'll kind of glossy-eyed, oh, weren't they great for the other group. That's not helpful. But hey, at least you have a team, right? Cool. I'm sure that team really loves to back you up, too. I'm sure that team, you know what? No matter what we do, we got to take care of people like Buzzard Bob. It's not like it's a giant game, and we've been fucking with people left, right, and sideways, and it hasn't bitten us in the ass until we started getting extremists like the Squad and the Trump people coming in, going, no, we drink the tea, we smoke the gas, we believe it all right through our ass, and we're gonna fight. Yeah, before that, it's like, hey, no, shh. That bullshit's for the plebs. You're not supposed to believe that. Once you get here, you're supposed to figure out, oh, by the way, it's kind of a scam so we can make money off these idiots. It's like the Crowder show in real time. All right. At least it is now. So let's go to this thing. Buzzer Bob. Yep, I'm the problem. Hey, man. You know what? Say what you want. Man owns what he is. Dear Butch, I'm allowed to hate Democrats for ruining Minnesota. You're allowed to hate politicians for ruining Minnesota. You're allowed to see that that's more often Democrats than Republicans. You're allowed to say things like, I like Republicans more than Democrats. You can do all of that. But the minute you go, I'm not going to argue about the Clintons or any Democrat, they all suck. Like it's a brass tacks, automatically they all suck. No. A lot of them suck. Most of them suck. There can be diamonds in the rough. Again, if you're going to be critical equally. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Be critical equally. Speaking of critical equity, Sonny Hostin.
The fact that his bond...
Hold on. Sir.
What's
I
that?
have to stop you with the camera because I can see you. So do me a favor. Don't pull it out again. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, did she get up and address him and then get back?
What was he doing?
Recording.
Oh.
So as I was saying, I think this will surprise people.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you spend the next 3 minutes going through the clip? Okay. Nice. Again, why I'd rather just have, why can't I just have access? I wish I could just have access to the actual clip. I don't need, I was hoping there was going to be more to talk about with it. But so she saw someone viewing and filming and she told him to stop. I don't know if celebrities have realized this, and she's really, really, really old. So, she lives in a world where this is what we do. This is what we do. I mean, of course they're going to film. They're watching 5 chickens cluck in chairs and dresses. I'd film that too. All right. So yes, she wasn't happy. And I can understand it on one end. You should not. You are a dick. I'll say this: if you come into a show with the intention of like being an audience member, be an audience member. I hate that as a comedian when someone whips out a phone and starts talking. But unless I'm doing, well, actually, no, that's the one reason I make it a difference. Unless I'm doing material or performing, I don't get big and up in someone's face. But at most comedy shows and things like that, performances, that's kind of a thing. Recording is supposed to be something done by just the comedians. But aha for trannies by the Obama. Oh, boy. Anyways. Again, there's enough real stuff we can worry about, but okay. Okay. Let's but yeah, what was I even talking about now? Shit. Fuck it. Who cares? It's 4:30. We have an hour left in the show. Can I run as Dear Butch? Apparently not. Buzzer Bob, name one decent Democrat. Name one decent Republican. Again, I'm not saying that you aren't wrong that Democrats aren't pieces of shit. I'm saying you vastly overestimate how much Republicans are also huge pieces of shit. They can both be pieces of shit. What I'm saying is, and I hate that argument, name a decent Democrat. Again, all I'm asking is that you criticize both parties with the same lens. You know what you are? You're the opposite of a group of people that say Joe Biden does nothing wrong and Donald Trump is a horrible criminal. You're the exact opposite of that. You're the opposite of the libtards that push all the stuff you hate. You're literally the exact opposite of it. to the point at which there isn't really a difference between you. If the parties were switched and the stuff that the Republicans are doing was being done by the Democrats and vice versa, you'd still be for it because they're your team. That's, again, what I'm saying. You are a team player. Good for you. You're not on your team because, oh, I support this, I believe that, and I stick with the team as long as they do those things. No. You're on your team because your team kind of says they support those things, and then you're like, all right, cool. Fuck! I have to hold those guys to account. But you know what? You go ahead and walk right through, Mr. Bush. Senior. Junior. Your brother who helped throw the election for your other brother. You guys just go ahead and walk right on through and continue controlling democracy, governments on multiple levels. There's no corruption to worry about there. It's only the Democrats. The Democrats are the only horrible ones. The military-industrial complex didn't rape all of us with no-bid contracts. And, again, like I said, just grade them both. Oh, nice with the fucking sticker. There you go. Say grade them both. Take the same cheese grater to them that you take to the Democrats. And if your side's so star-spangled awesome, they'll come out with less blood. But on my book, very seldom happens. Anyways, on the next... It's a black-pilled, weird, kind of sad show. I can't imagine why we don't have more viewers. Dear Butch, tried to cover the zit. Thank you, Dear Butch. I appreciate that. These are not zits. These are from falling, like the one on the arm. This is fall damage. This is fall damage. That's a zit. It's a fucking land base at this point. I mean, when are the microscopic aliens going to land on my head? I'm being colonized in real time. Oh, Jesus. We've got an hour left on the show. James Monroe was cool, too, I think. Look, if we're talking about decent presidents or presidents that were decent for the government, we're going so far back in time that we can't equate that to reality with life. It's history at this point. Same reason why I'm like, you can't hold people account for slavery. It's just too much time has passed since the incident, and now you want receipts and bills and checks and money to change hands. It's way, way too late now. After the party. All right, so was that was the second hour stuff? We still have the second hour stuff. So we're gonna clear this and go through. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What button is that? Where body says gently use ham. Thank you, Laura. Gently used hamburger bun without getting too... It's hard to talk through an RIP popsicle sitting in front of me. Without getting too into it. There's a green screen and I'm wearing a green shirt. If you didn't know. That's just how that works. I still like you, but it's time for the 5 on Fox News now. See me later, Trump 2024. See you later, Buzzard Bob. You know what? I didn't think you didn't like me. I don't have any problems with you. You're part of the problem, blah, blah, blah. I don't have any problems with Buzzard Bob. I love Buzzard Bob. Let that be known. I do not have any problems with Buzzard Bob. People have every right to do what they do. I have every right to call it what I call it. People call me retarded. Again, we all got that freedom. So that's the second hour stuff. Let's go over to this one. Speaking of weird people calling stuff whatever they want, according to the ADL, 100%, and by that I mean the literal numbers and the percent sign. 100% is now a hate symbol. This is the ADL. The lady from, what is it? Libs of TikTok? Is that it? Yeah. The creator of Libs of TikTok, Checha Rachik, shared this post on her personal, not the Libs of TikTok, her personal Twitter. This is the ADL. The ADL now calls, in their glossary of terms, 100% shorthand for 100% white. 100% is a term used by white supremacists. Okay, so 100 is a percent term used by white supremacists. %. So let's find 100. All right, you know what? Let's do images. Images. 100, 100%, 100%. All right, I'll give you this one. Looks kind of racist-y. That's white. There's a white outline. Yep, there's a lot of white there. That one's red. 100%, 100%, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100%, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. That one's gold. I can't find racist. Where's my racist imagery or even remotely racist? Ah, here we go. 100%. He's gray. That's like the white of the future. Oh, they wrote that one in white, those horrible racists. Okay, so 100% back, Johnny. ADL has groups listed that aren't evil. Look, I'm just saying, I think the ADL might be full of shit. And let's go. You know what? Let's go 100 and let's look up 100% racism. 100% racism. Be anti-racist. White pride worldwide. All right, so if I add racist, I get racist imagery on my computer, in case you didn't know. That happens. ADL. Where are we getting? I have nothing. Nothing. 100% is an emote in our chat. Oh my God. Or the 100 with the red lines. Saint Aran 100, 100, 100, 100. This is so bad. Look, guys, I don't know if you know this, ADL, but right now really isn't the time for you guys to start screaming, this is that, victimhood, whatever. You guys have a country that has, to this point, gone to an extreme with their inner turmoil or whatever. And so it's really, really not a good time for you to scream victim because, well, that time ended a while ago. So 99% will not replace us 100%. Look, 99% of the time, 100% is being used as a racist thing. 1% of the time, it's being... Got that backwards, buddy. I think you got that a wee bit backwards. I can't understand how the ADL is allowed to do this. How is the ADL... White hand is 100%. 100% is shorthand. White hand is 100%. Now you're screwing up your words. 100% is shorthand among white supremacists for 100% white, though it is also common for them to write out the entire phrase among prison populations and places such as California where, oh my God, this is in their website. Among prison populations in places such as California where, quote, peckerwood gangs are common, one might also see 100% peckerwood, 100% featherwood, or just 100% wood. So because some weirdos are using an emoji, we're all white supremacists now. I got bad news. My blood is part queso. Mediocre personality, but that's not a race thing. All right, guys, keep it 100. I thought that was just slang for be real. Yeah, Peckerwood car forever. I thought it was slang too. I thought we were just laughing at slang over.
You want to see my pecker?
My pecker would. All right, let's see if we can find a video of this, because this would be hilarious if we have a video of it. We've got 2 stories left from our second hour. We've got about 45 minutes left in the program. We've got our third hour stories and stuff to go through, as well as a healthy plethora of overtime content. Again, we're going for another 45 minutes. We've had a nice little bit of support today, and hopefully we'll knock that out. We're going to also see if we can buy a day off of Rumble with everything we've got in there, if we're up to that. Where YouTube. Let's go Control V and enter. All right, good. We've got the video. It might not have audio, but as long as it has the video. All right. It's 38 seconds of it. So North Korea allowed a British... Saint Rand, I'm tired of all things now being racist. Me too. Me too. I'm kind of done with the white guilt, the racist stuff, like the whole white privilege thing. I'm going to be honest. I have a sound drop that I'll just play to make it a lot shorter and more concise. For anyone that ever wants to tell me any of my viewpoints, opinions, beliefs, or any of that are by some means an action of, proof of, or the result of white supremacy, white privilege, or being racist or whatever, here's my answer.
Go fuck yourself.
So, okay, sure. Now can we get to my issues? How about we address my complaints and not just deflect? But at any rate, let's get over to this. The Guardian is going to be the video we're using for this. It is in Korean, but it's actually, if you're listening and not watching, a British gardening show. So for whatever reason, Korean television is okay with funneling a British gardening show to their people as a source of content and entertainment. However, because the country does not allow their people just straight access to content and entertainment, they edit it by blurring out his fucking pants. There is no message. There is no... there's no like cultural impropriety or anything. There's nothing offensive about them. They blurred out his pants because they have a ban on jeans. Guys, jean pants are a very Americanized, westernized trend, and it's a scene. It's seen as a blue jeans in particular is seen as a sign of the West. So we've got to blur them out, because if our audience watches this video and they know we hate the West and we censor them from seeing things in the West, they won't figure out those are blue jeans. He's just got blue legs. They're sweatpants. What could they be? Oh, you know what? Landers has got a point. They don't want those Korean women seeing that huge English bulge. Right? All your ladies are going to hop the border hoping to get a little sausage at tea time, if you know what I mean. They're hoping they can find skip the pond and hop the pond and sleep with one of them babies. I don't know. While appearing on his BBC TV series Garden Secrets, which was aired on North Korean TV Monday. The video, his jeans are blurred, though not enough to hide the fact that he's wearing denim. Right. His jeans are blurred, but nowhere near it's completely pointless. Why did you blur his pants? I'm sorry, North Korea. I'm sorry. But if you're telling me that you either A, have to protect your people from seeing pants, or B, need to protect people from being dissuaded from your side because they saw pants, you've got problems. Look, if a line in the sand for you, or not even a line in the sand, if just a point of contention, if just a defense perimeter thing for you is just the general appearance of blue jeans, you've got a problem. You've got a huge problem and a small dick. He's apparently packing one hell of an eggplant. We'll never know. You blurred that thing out. That's what it's got to be. He's just two giant penises in shoes. North Korea doesn't believe in denim jeans. I'd say that's insane, but they also don't believe that their leader defecates. They also don't believe that Kim Jong-un, they don't believe he shits. They think he's just that big and he eats that much and that well, and just little boy never poops. He's what? He's keeping it all internal? I got bad news for you. He either poops like everybody else, or when he dies, he will literally be the world's biggest bag of shit. Kim Jong-il invented the cheeseburger too. No, he did not. No, he did not. But again, when you're North Korea, you need to make that claim.
또한 구 우러 자라는 것도 모두 잘라주어야 함에 쇠줄을 늘여 우찌지대로 이용했습니다. 이제는 작은 수직 결박띠를 해체해서 가는 막대기를.
The malign influence of Western culture. Again, you blurred out his pants. Toastmaster, maybe that's why he's so chunky. He's full of shit. Sandaran, please hold. I'm dialing North Korea to report Johnny for blasphemy. Yeah, and then we'll have to wait a little bit more because the FBI is going to show up at your house. You're not famous. You're not Dennis Rodman. You can't just call and talk to North Korea. Them's fighting words. All right, this lighter. Is this lighter dead? That might be it. Oh, it's working now. All right, let's, it doesn't work on an angle, maybe. Let's close that out and talk about the last story that we have for the second hour. A man in Washington called the sheriff's office to... Oh, we don't have a video? I was hoping this was a video. Damn it. So a man in Washington called the sheriff's office to inquire about the legality of hunting Bigfoot. I love people that are law-abiding citizens as long as those laws are just and fair. So I like the idea of someone being like, look, I want to go hunt Bigfoot. And we're not going to have the conversation of, is he real? Am I crazy? Any of that stuff. We're just going to wash all of that under the bridge with just yes. Now, so when hunting Bigfoot, presuming I have found and presuming I see Sasquatch, am I allowed to take aim and fire? Am I allowed to hunt Bigfoot? Now, this is a sticky situation, because what if you hunt Bigfoot, but it's a dude in a costume, right? But it's legal to hunt Bigfoot, but it's not legal to shoot people. So now you just have to convince your friends or people you don't like to wear Bigfoot costumes and go in the woods. No, we're going to make a viral video. Bang. Oh, my God, they killed Chuck. I thought it was Bigfoot. I was going to bag him and be like, hey, Bigfoot. Wow, just reported on Fox News, Joe Lieberman died at age 82. Okay. Isn't that, 82? Well, here's my question, Buzzard Bob. Is anyone surprised? Well, none of his relatives and or family, they're already gone. Last week, the Stevens County... I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. That was a horrible thing to say. He's being nice, let me know. I'm going to be honest. Joe Lieberman? Is that sports person? The name sounds very familiar. Better have a decent caliber rifle to take down a Yeti. It was COVID, says St. Caesar. Maybe. It was COVID. Dear Butch with an RIP in a bit. Thank you, Dear Butch. Politician Joe Lieberman. All right, so then, I don't know how I feel because I haven't looked into what Joe Lieberman's done. But ultimately, 82 seems like an age that people die. You know what we shouldn't have? People at or around the age of 82 running parts of the government like the commander-in-chief position. Just saying, as an idea. All right, last week, Stevens County Sheriff Office in Eastern Washington received, thank you, whoever just did that for the channel points, an interesting phone call from a man looking to hunt Sasquatch. According to a Facebook post by the sheriff's office, the caller told office staff that he would be traveling to the area in mid-April and wanted to hunt in the Big Meadow Lake area in northwestern Washington. Sheriff's office staff initially tried to refer the man to Washington State Department for Fish and Wildlife, but he told them they had referred him to the sheriff's office. The man's concern was how to stay legal while hunting the mythical beast in the Big Meadow Lake area because Washington state regulations regarding Sasquatch hunts were unclear. So what kind of Sasquatch hunt are we doing? Do you want to bag a squatch? Or do you want to, trank a squatch and be like, I got one? Curtis Versus saying, haha, this is my neck of the woods. Well, hey, buddy, good news for you. We're about to find out if I'm going to come hang out for a summer because I want to hunt squatch. We're hunting squatch. I'd love to do that. I would love to have a more popular show, and maybe I need to work. I need to work on that. So I can, have the money to have, an ATV wheelchair. I love camping, right? Fuck it, we'll do it. And Bigfoot is blurry. I've seen pics. Yeah, that's right. You're going to have to use a tranquilizer. Dear Butch, you know why Bigfoot's blurry? It's because of the deflector shield. We learned this yesterday. Things are blurry on camera because of the deflector shield. Bigfoot is in GTA 5. So that totally makes him real, guys. He's in GTA 5. Put a fork in it. Fucking mark it down with a bullet. Number 1 with a bullet. It's been taken care of. All right, so the man's concerned with state legal. The caller asked the sheriff's office whether shooting a Sasquatch was illegal in Stevens County and whether a regular hunting license was enough to keep his Sasquatch hunt above board legally. He also said he would not hunt or shoot a female Sasquatch. Look, I'm out here. I'm looking to hunt a Squatch, right? Now, if I find me a Squatch, I take aim, a bear loading a bowl right on that bad. Crater his head like a canoe, right? Like right down the medulla oblongata. Turn him off like a light switch. And look, I'm not going to go hog wild on any female Squatch. I see hairy titties and I hunker down. Look, I will be shooting if I see a female Squatch, but it will not be bullets. Nobody will be harmed. And after a solid rainstorm, ain't none the wiser. You know what I mean? But if that Squatch has got a dick, oh, am I shooting him in the face? Oh, my God. Stevens County Sheriff's Office Patrol Chief called the man to explain that Meadow Lake is a nearby Pend Oreille County Sheriff's jurisdiction and that there is no Sasquatch in Stevens County. We know this because one of our deputies would have accidentally hit one with the patrol car by now, the sheriff's office social media post said. That's not true. Or you're working for big government covering up the facts about the Squatch because you don't want us to know Squatch is out there and that Squatch is surviving and Squatch is not a Democrat. And so you guys want to keep them out because then Squatch votes and Squatch rights are going to come up. Squatches are going to start moving into communities and taking homes. And now we're going to have squatters that are Squatches. We're going to have Squatch squatters. What are you going to do when a Sasquatch starts squatting in your house? Not just to live there, also to poop. Also to poop. I don't believe they know what plumbing is. By God, that Squatch had a family. That Squatch has been blown in half. The man's concerned, blah, 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 blah. According to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, Washington is the top state for Sasquatch sightings. There have been 708 credible sightings, according to the organization. That's a credible sighting. I saw one furry fucking guy, man. He was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of shorts. That's a Sasquatch sighting. Dude, he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and a pair of shorts. Yeah, but you said furry, right? Sasquatch. Total squatch. Squatch is shaved to blend in with humanity sometimes. Right? It's a Bigfoot refuge, so we have to go there. All right. A 1992 resolution established Whatcom County as a... Oh, no. Oh, no. 1992 resolution established Whatcom County as a Sasquatch protection and refuge area. In 1969, Skamania County, Jesus. Skamania County passed a law forbidding the harming of Sasquatch. Doing so would result in a $1,000 fine and 1 year in jail. The county later changed the law to state that any premeditated, willful, and wanton slaying of any such creature shall be deemed a felony punishable by a fine not to exceed $10,000 and or imprisonment in the county jail for a period not to exceed 5 years. 5 years, 10 grand, I'll take that deal. And here's why. We keep seeing these Squatch videos. I need to see Squatch up close, live real time, in a cage. We can release him later, whatever. We need proof Squatch is real or not. And if we've got Squatch sightings from people who go out dressed as Sasquatch, I want those people to be afraid they're going to get shot. Because what you're doing is dumb. Like, oh, I think it's funny. I just get dressed up as Sasquatch and I walk around in the woods on the off chance somebody will find me, and then I'll freak out and run away. And they'll insist, like, dude, I was just there. It was just some person. And everyone will believe him. And like, yeah, but what happens if some asshole shoots you? God, I was just fucking around. It was just a fucking costume. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna die. Yes, and you deserve it for being stupid. Fuck around and find out. Hitler diff, lose house to the squash, right? Alrighty, so again, what else do we have on this? It is unclear if Stevens County has any such ordinance or law. Again, you shouldn't need that law because so far as I know, Sasquatch doesn't exist. The claiming he does is kind of a tourism thing. And I think that the Washington state areas that have those laws put them in effect to, again, avoid the scenario that I just said would be karmatically hilarious of someone pretending to be a Squatch only to end up as someone else's hood ornament driven into town. I caught a Squatch! And then they're like, all right, let's perform the autopsy. And when they start performing the autopsy on the Squatch, they realize, oh, this is a costume. This is a person. Turns out his name was Ted, and he had a job driving a fucking delivery truck for Amazon. He is survived by a cat and one very, very disappointed ex-girlfriend who said, quote, small dick that shot off at the sign of a breeze. Ooh, Ted. All right, let's... Sasquatch is real, says Buzzer Bob. Well, again, prove it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying we get footprints, we get blurry videos. Bring me a live Squatch. Capture me a Squatch. Trank a Squatch. Shoot a Squatch. Look, I have to see one to believe it. I've never seen a Squatch. I've seen Squatch accusations. Squatch behavior. Gaza airdrop. Yes. We'll talk about that. All right, so we have 30 minutes left in the program. Oh, and by the way, thanks for coming back, Buzzer Bob. I thought you were watching the news. So thank you for coming back and hanging out. I appreciate that. It's super awesome. All right. So I know people want to paint Israel and Gaza and all that in a specific way, and I've been very much trying to Tim Pool it, if we're honest. I've been trying to just be a cunt and squat over the fence on it. But I had issues with the October 7th thing. And so, parkour runner escapes from the police. Oh, we got a parkour runner video. Let's see how that ends. If they actually escape, that'll be fun. That's all first hour or third hour? That's all third hour? Well, we're saving that to the very, very end of third hour. All right, let's go ahead and go to this one. So, things are so bad, I guess they can only, have the people in Gaza been pushed to, an ocean? Because I guess now, they have to drop the supply packages for people in Gaza in the water, and now people are drowning to go and get the supplies. If any of them are women that drown trying to feed their kids, how's that hijab helping you now?
Deadly, as hungry people are forced to go to extreme lengths just to get anything to eat. Johnny-krutches has... Right.
I don't know how much... Look, this is the problem, guys. I want to believe you, CNN. I want to believe you. And I'm not saying that this didn't happen. I'm just saying... I don't know how much I believe this is the actual thing happening because, again, you are a biased mouthpiece piece of shit.
This story on the disaster of airdrops that are trying to help. And a note, of course, they are disturbing scenes to watch.
As they spot a plane and the aid begins to drop, they run as fast as they can. It's the rush of a people so desperate, so hungry.
All right, I have a question. Why didn't we drop it sooner? Also, hey, by the way, you know what? These people don't take to violence to solve their problems at all. The minute times are tough, they're very understanding. They pitch in, they get together, and they say, let's work this out.
They would do anything to feed their children, now on the brink of starvation. This is what survival in Gaza has come to.
By the way, this isn't any criticism of these people in particular. People will, again, become savage animals the minute their survival and your survival are not guaranteed, and in fact, you have to secure yours, possibly at the expense of theirs.
Fighting for food. That little bit of aid that makes it into the north, where man-made famine now looms. People chase parachutes that fell into these choppy waters. It is desperation that drives them into the sea. What you're about to see next is disturbing. It's the reality of a war growing more cruel.
Oh, let me guess. We got bodies floating in the water. I don't know if I want to see that one or show that one. I could get in trouble for that. Buzzard Bob is a great American. Nobody ever said different. Was fill some holes. Nobody ever said different. OG Angry Fish saying it's like PUBG, except instead of a PvP battle royale game, what's coming down in those parachutes is the difference between your family and you having something to eat. Whoa, boy, ain't that fun. So I'm gonna play this for a second just to see if it's what I think it is. Because I think we're going to see bodies floating.
Cool by the day. The fastest, the fittest emerged with boxes of American-issued meals ready to eat.
American-issued MREs. Well, why are we dropping them by the ocean on a windy day? Why is who decided the location to drop? But I will say, for those of you who don't remember, we did a lot to help out Iraq and Afghanistan after we bombarded them with our whole, ooh, you guys are responsible for the Taliban, particularly Iraq. And we kept mixing up the aid with the ordnance. So we kept dropping food and bombs. So it became probably like, hey, there's a parachute coming. Is this one going to feed me or is this one going to kill me? But either way today, something's going to end. All right. All right, so.
Others didn't make it out.
All right, yeah.
Alive. People gathered.
Yeah, people drowned because I don't know if you know this or not. Malnourished people, not exactly the best shape for heavy athletic activity. You know what I mean? You're not at your best time to swim and go. And you know what you get? Dead. Because you are, again, going on E. You are underfed. Oh, man.
Gather around the thin, frail body of a man who drowned trying to reach that aid. 12 people drowned, according to paramedics. The parachutes fell into the water, Abu Muhammad says, but people want to eat. They went into the water and drowned. The current was so strong, they didn't know how to swim. It's what you do when you have nothing left to lose.
Right, but if the package is dropped into the water, something I know about the MREs, they are waterproof packaging. They will kind of wash up on shore. They come in waterproof pouches, so getting wet shouldn't be a problem. So he died of aid, says Hitler Tiff. Oh, man, this is almost right. So what do we have? So technically what we're saying is...
Coach, I've got aid.
A man goes in swimming to get food for his children. He returns dead, this man says. Bring us aid through the land crossings. Our children are dying. We are dying. What are you doing? Where is the world?
Where is the world? Well, one, the world's been bought off by the Israelis because, I don't know if you know this, Jeffrey Epstein was an inside job, and after the Clintons killed him, they replaced him. So, yeah, the world is kind of at the beck and call of Israel. One. Number two, if this is the kind of stuff that Israel's willing to do, maybe don't go off and murder a bunch of people at a concert like you did on October 7th. I feel like you guys, where is the world? You know what? And again, this is horrible what's happening to the people in Gaza. And I'm not saying that people ever deserve stuff like that, but I am going to say, and we'll go to YouTube for this one. YouTube. Here's a video from 7 years ago when this got... oh, wait. No, here's 2 years ago. Here's 2 years ago. Now, remember, everybody... the people in Gaza are horrible victims. Oh, boy, the genocide. Yada, 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 yada. Liberal media, by the way.
Call them the Pioneers of Liberation and the Sword of Jerusalem summer camps, run by Hamas and Islamic Jihad. These videos, posted by Memory, the Middle East Media Research Institute, show what the youth of Gaza are doing this summer.
We did not come here to enjoy ourselves or to play, or anything like that. We came with our souls, our blood, our martyrs, and are wounded to sacrifice ourselves for Palestine and for our people.
Right.
This promotional video urges...
Right. This is 2 years ago. So again, what's happening to the Palestinians of Hamas sucks. But the Palestinians of Hamas were all for this. They were all for this. So again, they're not innocent victims. They weren't crying to the Israeli government, hey, we've got people here. They weren't crying to the world, we've got a problem here. They were fine with these people and what these people wanted to do. The problem is these people picked a fight with someone they couldn't fight with. They got fucked over, and now they're all getting pushed back, and they're all eating pain and suffering for it. And now it's, where is the world? Where were you when your communities were okay with teaching children how to get ready to fight the evil Israeli oppressor? It's anti-pesticide, genocide, and 100% pro psilocybe? What? Rusty grammar? I have no idea what we're talking about. Is that a quote from something? It's anti-pesticide, genocide, and 100% pro psilocybe. Shrooms. Reefers. All right.
Students from primary school, high school, and college to participate. In the camp, target practice involves AK-47s, anti-tank weapons, and video simulations.
So that in the next phase, Allah willing, these boys will be able to confront the plundering enemy and disfigure its face in the next war.
In May, Hamas and Islamic Jihad...
Spoiler alert, 2 years from now, you're going to be begging the world to come help you because it's a helpless genocide. I feel, this is the weird part for me, and I'm going to move on from this after this. I feel, on the one hand, I feel bad, but on the other hand, I have zero, and let me be clear, zero doubt that if things went the other way and Palestine and Hamas was pushing Israel to the wall, and Israel was saying, please, please help us, please, world, come help us, this is genocide, I don't even think they would stop. I think they would literally just flat out murder everybody. Buzzer Bob, Israel has the right to fight back. Right, there, and this is what I'm saying, Buzzer Bob. There's fighting back and there's overreacting. Where is that line? Because again, we are watching a country just forcibly starve a quasi-civilian population. That civilian population had looks a little more hardcore than ROTC training I was in as a teenager. Right. It looks a little more hardcore than the ROTC training you were in as a teenager. But this is a group, a militant group that's not an established military of the Palestinian people. It's not like this is Hamas, the army of the Palestinian people. No. It's not an established military. It's a militant group that, again, commits terror attacks on civilian populations. Not that Israel doesn't. I would call their latest campaign a terror attack against the civilian population. But again, which population do you want to kill the other? Because that's what they both want to do. It's what it comes down to. That civilian population wants all Jews dead also. Right, Buzzer Bob. That's exactly what I said. Both groups of those people want the other group dead, whether they have the balls to say it on TV or not. Benjamin Netanyahu wants every Palestinian dead and gone if he had his way today. And the Palestinians, if they had their way today, want every Jewish person in Israel, at least, dead and gone if they had their way today. There is, like I've said, there is no good side. None of it's awesome. It's shitty what's happening to people, but there is no good side. There is no innocent victim. There is, again, two groups of people that utterly hate each other. I wish we could just pull our money and troops out, and whoever wins the Middle East wins. Right. See, Big Earn, here's the thing. If Israel doesn't use their quasi-shady tactics to force us to politically, financially, and militaristically back them, they'd be gone by now. The only reason Israel exists is because so many Western powers fight to protect it. If the Western powers walk out of there, Hamas, Palestine, and all the Muslim nations in the middle of the night, it turned red in the seas. It started out blue, and they started killing the Jews. I won't. All right, so yeah, I wish we could back out of it too and walk away and wash our hands from it. I don't think we can, but like I said, right or wrong, like both sides are active and capitulant, and this situation came about because neither side is willing to stop. Both sides aren't willing to work together. Both sides hate the other, and both sides believe that that land is owed to them for religious reasons. You're never gonna solve it. All right, and we will make them choke. Why do I have that stuck in my head now? All right, they went into the water, they drowned. Yep, we covered that. All right, Jordan Peterson. I've got clips of Jordan Peterson. Let's do something fun for the last 10 minutes. I've got clips of Jordan Peterson. Apparently, Jordan Peterson had a very as this clip is quoting him to be, a big pharma loving vaccine promoting guest. So a big pharma loving vaccine promoting guest, Jordan Peterson decided to have him on his show. And so we have clips of it. This is 3 minutes of him talking to the person. I don't have the context of what starts this. I don't like that. But let's see that. Let's turn this down and go.
But the other obviously glaring possibility is that injecting billions of people with a vaccine that was not tested by any stretch of the imagination with the thoroughness that it should have before it was forced upon people also might be a contributing factor, partly because we know that it led to a rise in myocarditis among young men. And we also know that there was absolutely no reason whatsoever to ever recommend that that vaccine was delivered to young children.
Yeah. Look, Jordan, preaching to the choir, homie. I've got some bad news for you. Before he retorts and all of that, this asshat is too dumb to accept facts. He picks a side. We talked about this earlier. People who pick a side can be awesome people. They can be asshats. They can be anybody. But if you pick a side and you value the side more than your ability to critically analyze things, guess what gets through the radar? Everything you just said. So might as well say it to that pillow over there. It'll have about as much effect. But again, facts.
To young children. whose risk of death at COVID was so close to zero that it might as well have been zero.
When you're talking about a disease, the risk of death isn't the only thing that you worry about for the disease. There's also
so you're going to talk about transmission? Because that was another thing that the COVID vaccine pushed. Yeah, but it didn't do anything to transmission.
It absolutely did, because it decreased your chance of getting infected. It didn't get rid of transmission, but it reduced.
No, it didn't reduce your ability to get affected. Again, we know the vaccine didn't do shit when it came to stopping you from getting and transmitting COVID. These are facts, asshole. Again, like I said, and this is going to piss me off, you can tell this guy an actual fact to his face that's been put out on media and that you've seen with your face and your eyes. I took the, the Johnson & Johnson, old school science style vaccine. The one they make the same way they make the flu vaccine. I still got COVID. I know people in this house that took
Guess what?
multiple.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Multiple mRNA vaccines, and they still got COVID. They still transmitted COVID because I still got COVID from those people. So again, you can tell him to his face all day, he's too stupid to understand that he picked a side, so facts don't matter. Let's put the chat box back up. Big Earn throwing a sub in to Marshmallow69. Thank you for supporting the show, Big Earn, and helping out. We really appreciate that. Cowbell coming in on behalf of Big Earn. Heyo. It's like an exercise now. Alrighty, so Buzzer Bibe, why would you take an untested vaccine before it was properly tested? Never trust Big Pharma or the government. Never took the vaccine. That's why I didn't do the mRNA vaccine, because the methodology behind it, untested, unproven. That's why they offered the, again, Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And I stand by the fact that I took the Johnson & Johnson because the same government that let this horrible piece of shit run forever and ever while all these reports are coming out that they knew all along wasn't effective, wasn't properly tested, this, that, the other. All of that happening, and they cut the Johnson & Johnson immediately. So, yeah. By the way, I also just had a thought that I might do. I might start if this episode gets taken down with everything I've been talking about and what I'm showing on Jordan Peterson. If this episode gets taken down off of YouTube for medical misinformation or any of that, I'm gonna look into getting a lawyer and suing YouTube because I'm not lying. I'm not misinforming anyone. Talking about an opinion, one, but two, I'm actually speaking the truth, and I'm sick of people getting told that they can't say what they're saying because it's misinformation. No. You can kick me off your platform because you don't like what I'm saying. That's fine, but you can't kick me off your platform for saying truths and calling them lies. You can't do that. You cannot say, we kicked him off the platform, and the reason is because he's spreading medical misinformation. No, he's not. In fact, by saying that, you're spreading medical misinformation. All right, anyways, let's go.
Yeah, but it was claimed that it would get rid of
only
transmission.
if you take one reading of one single quote. I think that Biden said one time where he said, no, come on. Biden one time on the news says, if you get the vaccine, you won't transfer the disease.
No, it wasn't said one time in one quote. It was said multiple times in multiple ways. 99% efficacy. If you get the vaccine, you won't get sick. It was said by Donald Trump. It was said by Joe Biden. It was pumped multiple times. It was told again as the way to protect your friends and your family. And then when people who got the vaccine got sick, it immediately changed to, well, it would have been way worse if they didn't get the vaccine.
Silly.
Which was it? No.
Do you know that our Prime Minister in Canada deprived Canadians of the right to travel for 6 months because the unvaccinated were going to transmit COVID with more likelihood than the vaccinated? So this wasn't one bloody statement. This was
hold on.
No. I hate that. This wasn't one bloody statement. There were rules. There were laws. Again, people were not allowed to work because of this. It wasn't a statement. It was a belief. If you didn't sign into their ideology, you did not get to live because you were a risk. You were a threat. And that part wasn't true. I'm actually now more pissed that he pointed that out.
What I'm saying is there wasn't a statement given that if you get vaccinated, there is a 0% chance of transmitting the disease.
But that was the policy, the principle, the practices. No one said 0% of the disease. People said 99% efficacy. You won't get sick. You won't transmit the disease was mentioned more than once, but yeah, sure. Both of them make me think this is what Canadians look like. Yeah, but only one of them makes me think that Canadians can be done away with.
The idea is that vaccines were supposed to help because it reduces your hospitalization, it reduces death, and it reduces transmission, hopefully by making it so that people don't get sick or don't get sick for as long.
But again, regardless if it does those things, your vaccine didn't. Your vaccine didn't reduce transmission. It didn't prevent you from getting sick. We're told that it makes it less serious for you to get sick. But the only way to know that for a fact is to have one person get sick with COVID, one person get sick without it, and have them be in the exact same physical and health condition and see how it goes. But the strains change so much that you also can't tell that either. We have no way of knowing this. Buzzard Bob, I still see people wearing masks. And here's my other thing. If you want to wear a mask, you're stupid and, you can go F yourself. But I don't care. If I see people wearing masks like Buzzard Bob, you're wearing a mask. That's real. I have my thoughts. Oh, that's real effective. You feel a lot safer now. But yeah, it's Jess Wig saying, yeah, it's a bad deal anyway you slice it. Damn world is going crazy. Yeah, Israel's a bad deal anyway you slice it. Johnny, you just reminded me, you remembered that little frog, Dr. Fauci. He was terrible. Right. He was terrible. People made rules that were terrible. I hate this argument that, well, we did this under the belief, under this, under that. And it's like, no. You had arguments. You had people. You had systems of government, different things that actively fought each other over their stance on this. So when one side says, this is bullshit, it's not right, and the other side is continually systemically wrong, that side needs to be held accountable. People like you, sir, need to be held accountable for the fact that not only did you, but you apparently still continue to ignore reality and push bullshit information like what? The vaccine helps?
All three of those things the vaccines did exceedingly well.
No, they didn't. Holy Jesus. Oh, God, go back.
It's supposed to help because it reduces your hospitalization, it reduces death, and it reduces transmission, hopefully by making it so that people don't get sick or don't get sick for as long. All three of those things the vaccines did exceedingly well.
All right. We're literally, I'm sure Google will give us an honest answer. Vaccine, COVID vaccine efficacy over time. COVID vaccine efficacy over time. Oh, health equity tracker. Ooh, sponsored. Protection of COVID-19 from earlier versions of the vaccine decreased over several months after vaccination. Based on that, we expect the protection from updated vaccines to decline over time. The same is true for the protection derived from infection. So yeah, again, you don't stay immune to COVID-19. Is there images of the efficacy? Oh, so we have images of the efficacy. Here's a fun one. Up and down. I don't know that I believe that. Where's this one? What's this one? The New England Journal. Since the first dose, trailing down. So these were all super duper effective. Then why did they all of a sudden stop working? Oh, time in days. Okay, so it doesn't even last a year without vaccination. Oh, boy. Vaccination, reduction of vaccine efficacy without reduction. So regardless of whether you did things that reduced the vaccine's efficacy, you went along the same line. Incidences of what? Incidences of hospitalizations or incidences? Are these incidences of COVID? And we have the other problem where every person who was hospitalized with COVID was counted as being hospitalized for COVID. If you broke your leg and you had COVID, you were in the hospital because of COVID. The leg break thing, well, you know, since you're here. But I mean, other than that, hey, we got a gunshot wound. He tested positive for COVID. Oh, God, he just died. I guess that bullet to the heart was really a problem. Actually, it wasn't the bullet. It was the COVID. So again, yeah, we know that too. And that's another thing that I can't take that we know these things as facts and we're not allowed to accept them as facts because people just go, not true.
They were tested. The myocarditis rates are like 7 out of 100,000 injections. And the myocarditis is generally acute. And it's generally not as bad as even getting the coronavirus itself, which will...
Tell that to the dead people, asshole. Unlike COVID, the myocarditis is actually proving to fill body bags.
Also,
it's a much worse side effect than side effects that have caused other vaccines to be taken off the market before.
A 7 out of 100,000 rate of acute myocarditis or pericarditis is not a worse.
That's the amount they're admitting to. And again, oh God, I honestly, I was going to do this and have fun with this. We're 2 minutes over and I'm getting tired from the whole thing. Trucker 18-wheeler making a very true point. And if you died because of old age, you died because of COVID. Right. If you died with COVID, it was automatically because of COVID. People who were extremely obese who got COVID died from it. Oh, what a horrible disease, COVID. People who were really old and got COVID died from it. Oh, what a horrible disease. COVID's so lethal, so deadly. Some of these people were not in good health situations to survive things like disease and illness. If I said this before, if COVID killed me, nobody should be surprised. It's not because COVID's lethal. It's because he has an autoimmune condition. But no, if I had died from COVID, oh, COVID's so deadly, it killed a comedian in his prime. 1, no, fuck you. And 2, yeah, it wasn't COVID. I'll have to check that out. All right. Thank you, Colette31, following me just now on Rumble. But I bet Colette31 is another one of these bots that follows me because it says, I think it says commented. Does it say commented on my post? Did you comment on my post? Yep, there's a comment. Let's see. I got to read this. We'll do this one live and in the thing. Where's the no, I want to read the comment on the no, I don't want to read the live chat. I want to read the comment. Comments. I came across your Rumble channel. I was impressed by your fantastic and captivating content. However, could you consider us being friends? Colette31, could I consider you being a friend? I'm going to type my response in. I don't know you. Period. I don't know you. And that's our response to the bot. I don't know you. Anyways, we've had fun. We're coming back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for another Hot, Locked, and Ready to Rock amazing show for you guys. But we do have to give the one little caveat of I am going to be in the cities at medical appointments in the morning. I'm going to come back and go live the minute I get back here. If it means I'm back here with nothing to do, nothing ready other than what I still have left over and whatever I ferret together tomorrow morning before I leave, then it means it's going to be a really fucking boring and awkward show. I'm sorry. I'll probably be alone. But the voice cracking will be happening, so hey, at least puberty refuses to end. But we've been Johnny. You've been an audience. Thank you for helping out support this show. We're going to get out of here. As always, you guys are awesome. Till next time.
Game over.
Fuck you! What the fucking fuck? Who the fuck? Fuck is fucking? How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's boats. Come on! We'll bless them all until we get fish picking. Join me!
Here I come, God. Here I come, you fucking rat.